see him there the whole time.
Yeah. And he didn't move to the music and this and next. And I'm thinking, if it was anything, it needed to be protection for him. Yeah, because it made sense. Because he has his back to everybody. Yeah. Anyway.
Morning, people. Apologies for the lateness. There is a certain period of time in my life, every month, that my bearings are just really off. I left my house late, and then I left my watch. I'm going to the gym after, so that's a wasted session if I don't have a watch. It's the whole thing. So good morning, happy Monday to you guys. It is. We're officially in March now. It's the 4th of March. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favorite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture.
Why is it a wasted session if you ain't got a watch?
I need to see it.
It's a track.
Like, I know I did it, but I like the tracking. Like, I'm addicted to the tracking.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because I like to hit like 4 or 5 days on my watch. So if I don't do today, I mean, I'm going back for yoga tonight, but the weight's there. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry to cut you.
It's all right. You were up next.
Was it me?
Yeah.
It's your boy, 6 foot plus of pure temptation, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. Good morning, people.
You look very cool for school today.
Hmm?
You look very cool for school today.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's giving that energy. Like Fresh Prince, hat backwards, kind of vibe.
Tired, man.
Here for it. That's a word. Sitting here with a migraine. Morning, people.
Actually, Brent, can you give me some water, please?
Yeah.
As always, your favourite shade queen, my own royalty.
And they call me E-Man, the pro-black
There's
activist,
a lot going on here.
TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
That's right. How is everybody today? Brent, good morning, sir.
Morning. Good morning, chat. Good morning, T. Good morning, Pal Wal. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Everest.
Yoey.
It's funny how you told her, oh, funny seeing you here.
Do you know what's so funny? Brent, when I saw something about, who was it again? I can't remember what it was. But I was like, okay, like, I was going to at her at some point, like, Christy, like, where you at? And then there she was. While I was scrolling, going through the newspaper, there she was. I said, you never disappoint me. I love people like that.
Good morning, Everest. Good morning, Charles Mack. Good morning, Imi's Snow Globe. I hope you had a fantastic weekend and you are revitalized, ready to work.
What happened to Emi's? I thought you were going to say that I hope you had a nice birthday or something. And then next thing you're telling her to work hard.
That's an inside message. Good morning, Maggie. Lovely to see you this morning. Good morning, Christopher. Good morning, Mark E. Good morning, Charlene. Good morning. Are you the Charlene that was in the Discord saying, he's not black?
Who's not black?
What's that? I'm about to say Chet Hanks, Central C.
Yeah. Good morning.
Oh, yeah, I posted that, innit?
Yeah.
Sumilin. Good morning, Andrew Archibald. Good morning.
That's a nice name.
Archibald, yeah.
That's like an upper class.
It's a white name.
You've got a trust fund. Hella trust fund kind of name. Morning.
Good morning, SLM86. Good morning, MLD. Good morning, Moon14.
Okay.
Good morning, Star Crow. Good morning, Yak.
Okay.
Good morning, Rusty.
I think you
Yak
did
has a
nothing
name,
for
sorry.
yak.
Yak like
Yak.
alcohol.
Yeah, like cognac.
I don't
Alcohol
drink
was lean.
I don't drink. What am I supposed to do?
Cognac.
No, I mean, you don't smoke though either.
Am I supposed to gulp?
I don't know, sounds.
I hate the sound of
I
gulp.
don't know, man.
I hate the sound of gulp. It sounds so desperate. People gulp. Like, calm
I
down.
understand.
Do you know what I mean? Like, have some class. Calm
Good
down.
morning, Tracy. Could imagine it sounds desperate.
You're literally dying for it. Dying for it. We've got some comments from Spotify. Big up Mark. Mark says, please run TDA after dark. Look at you, little hoe. Please run TDA after dark. Marks, keep it a buck. Would you mind if players use Pharma for recovery? United will benefit from it.
So
said your
on
team are
Friday,
losers.
you talked about the
Inhalers.
yeah.
Oh, would I mind if United
If
done
they
it?
use pharmaceuticals, I'm guessing.
But he said your team need it. I wouldn't have that personally.
yeah, the stuff
That's
that
rude.
Pogba
They
was
do
on.
though, to be fair.
Do they?
Yeah.
Down bad.
They do it. No, I wouldn't mind if my team done it. I just don't like when other teams do it.
I hear you. Fair.
It's you trying to wash me out. Why are you washing me out for?
Sorry.
It's so annoying. You didn't notice until you said it, you know. Now he's on defense.
Ah, see, look, there we go. I'm tired, man.
Listen, don't even get me started on tired. I'm so tired, yeah. Anyway. Fanta, I like that name. Fanta says, I'm literally... If I swear, if what you gasp for is not gasp worthy.
Okay, let's see.
Why?
You tell me.
Oh, because first of all, I had to read that first. I had to proofread that. Oh, MLD says, just wanted to share some good news with the fam today. I've got a little girl due this month. Oh, that is wonderful. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Girl dad.
I said, dude, this month, you just kept it quiet. You were just letting that cook. is that how you break it when it's like a month to go?
MLD, you just like me. I love that. I love when people keep stuff like that secret.
You must be African.
Yeah, listen. Looks it. Big up MLD, that's amazing. Congratulations. Kids are a blessing.
Yes, definitely.
People want them. Fanta says, I'm literally the same with replying to messages. Overwhelmed is an understatement. And it's not personal, but I can feel that some people take it personally, which makes me feel bad too. I'm like that anyway. But I also do this thing where I feel like if I can see that you're taking it personally, I will kind of remove myself from you. Do you know what I mean?
When you remove yourself, you don't message them back anyway.
No, like permanently. Like because you know some people like this is like they need that. So even if it doesn't matter how much you tell them, it's not personal. It just doesn't work for them. So I will just
Because communication is important for some people, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's the thing that some people, even after you've communicated and let them know that this is not, I can't live up to the standards that you've set, they still have an issue with that. So I would just remove myself because we're not equally yoked.
Well, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so.
I don't care how people feel. I pick and choose when I reply to anybody.
Sorry, because you didn't pay my phone bill. I did that to everybody. So I just always think, if I could do it to my mum, she would understand a chance.
My unread messages on my everything is just ridiculous.
iMessage I can keep up with. Well, yeah, I haven't got any unread iMessages unless I've opened them and I didn't reply to them. But you see WhatsApp, I have WhatsApp messages dating back to like 2017 or 2018. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. Let's check actually. Let's do an experiment. So I currently have, I have 99. That's gone down. that's really gone down. Let's see.
Unread chats.
Yeah.
I got 271.
What? What's that?
Yeah.
WhatsApp, yeah.
I
And
message, I got 240.
They must communicate with you
240?
via some other means.
Huh?
They must communicate with you via some other means, don't it?
Oh no, Instagram's probably got 300.
Yeah, see, my the last message I did not reply to, 22nd of December 2018. It's a +44, so someone tells me. I mean, it's a few +44s that are happening here, so. Well.
No 234s.
Nah, man, we don't do all of that. They think you, man. I stay my... So what's up to one nice bumping into you today? I don't know who the hell that is. They bumped into me on the 1st of February 2019. I never replied about whether it was nice back. Morning, girl. We don't miss your ass.
Good morning.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Oh gosh, this is terrible. Oh well. But I changed my number a lot as well. I haven't changed my number in a few years. I'm very proud of that.
I done that one time. I think I've changed my number maybe once.
I had a thing where I would change my number like every
Because I'll
kind of
change it and
year.
not give it to people.
Yeah, I love that. Oh.
I don't see the point in changing and doing a mass.
Yeah, it's
I've
not.
changed my number because what was
It's
the point?
not.
in
What we
changing-
doing? What's the point?
Why did you change your number?
What's the point? Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
change it and then don't give it to people and then have to build my
Contact again, innit?
back up and all that. But that's long.
It is long changing your number.
And then people can't get you.
Yeah, but you don't want to get got anyway.
No, I'm just phone's there for contact, isn't it? Like if you need me, contact me. I'm not one of them people. If someone wanted me, and they
Yeah, if
knew
you
they
need
could
me,
get
then
my
you can
number,
contact me. But
I'm not one of them people that's funny about, why did you give this person my number? It's like because they.
oh no, I'm
wanted
funny
to-
about that.
I'm not. If someone wanted to speak to me.
But if it's someone that makes sense, then fair.
No, it's like if you give someone my number for foolishness,
Yeah.
like that's different. If you
But
know
also-
that this person's on pure foolishness,
Yeah,
or
but I
there's
also
some
think it's
mix-up,
important to
something
tell
going
someone
on.
though.
Huh?
I think it's important to be like, by the way, Marks, this person asked for your number, I gave it to them. I can't just get a call and then it's like, a random person. Do you get what I mean? Like, even if it's for like whatever it could be for, just let me know. PS.
I used to do that. Like, say that someone said, like, I need Esther's number. So like, I want it, and then I phone. I say, Esther, someone.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
But nah, I just give them your number.
Can you imagine?
It's your number. Like, they want you.
Because it's your number.
Yeah, but how do you know I want them?
Okay.
How do you know I want to speak to them? How do you know that there's a reason why they don't have my number? You don't know.
There we go. You don't know what you don't know.
It's better to ask, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, I suppose.
Because I'm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but maybe I don't know the reason why they want it, so maybe I should check.
That's the thing. So imagine now,
Exactly.
you give my number now. Someone's come to me as a woman. Now I'm getting jumped. What are you gonna do about that, Marks? Can you imagine?
And it's your fault.
And it's your
You've got
fault.
Instagram. You could have like messaged you or something. as well.
You should have been
Exactly,
committing
but
adultery.
then they've come to you. So there's a
They
reason
come- yeah,
why.
they
It's
come
like
to
you
you.
couldn't, like you said, you're not hard to get hold of, innit? They can message you and DM you to get your number. So if they did, why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
Why have you come to me?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. Even if a random number, because I don't necessarily always answer random numbers. I pick and choose when I answer random numbers.
Yeah.
But if it was a random number, I wouldn't be like, oh, how did you get my number?
Yeah. And I think if it's someone that you know, I mean, I got a call from Rich the other day. Big up Rich, by the way. But he had messaged me and I hadn't replied. So it made, as in on Instagram, and of course I'm useless there. I'm useless everywhere. So then he called me, but it made sense. But Rich is so funny because he rang me, and I never pick up because my phone's always on do not disturb anyway. So I just picked up, and he was like, "Hello, Esther." I said,
Excuse me.
"Excuse me." I said, "Hello." He's like, "It's Richard." I said,
Who?
You said Richie.
"It's Richard," and he put a voice on. I was like, so then now I'm quiet. I'm thinking, I know Richard. He was like, "It's a rich man." I said, "Why?" I said, "What are you doing? What are we doing here?" I literally sat there like, "Oh my gosh, like, what the hell was this?" One time I thought someone was coming to me as a woman. The whole thing.
Really?
It was just someone trying to plan my friend's birthday. It was so random. It was so crazy. I probably went in panic mode.
Do you feel like, you know when someone calls me and I don't know who it is, I think it's very obvious I don't know who you are because I'm just quiet.
Yeah, I'm mute. Oh, I'm
Like,
mute.
I don't say like...
We will
hi-
do breathing context.
You'll be like, hi, you're right. I'll be
Don't
like,
speak.
hi.
Yeah, I'm quiet because I
And
don't
there'll be
know
bare
who this
silence
is.
because I'll be like...
Yeah.
They'll be like, you don't know who this is, do you? No,
Of course I don't.
I don't.
Did I warmly embrace you verbally? Yeah. Or if it's like a number I don't know at all, I would pick up and just be quiet. Let's hear each other breathe then. Someone's going to have to speak and it's not going to be me, so.
You just got to ask them, who's this man? You can't be pretending.
Do you know what I'm
Sometimes
the
you would ask
worst?
questions and sometimes I'll ask questions and try and figure it out
Figure
and work it out. And then it'll clock and I'll be like, oh yeah. And sometimes I'll try and ask the questions and I can't figure it out and I'll be like,
Listen, you got me.
Listen.
Actually, speaking of +234, a +234 did FaceTime me the other day. But it was like 1 o'clock in the morning.
I would have answered just for balance.
FaceTime, Gina.
Still
I said
would've
the audacity.
Still would have answered.
I literally thought, how rude. What do you think this is? Okay, I'm so dramatic. It wasn't 1 o'clock in the morning.
When was it?
It was 11:28, but my phone is locked off after 7:30. So, yeah, man. Nah, man. It's phone etiquette. How are you doing, Gina?
I'm all right, thanks.
We missed you, girl.
Oh, thanks. I missed you guys too.
Oh, love it.
By the way, anybody wondering, I only have 3 working cams today. Well, not working. I lent out the rest of my cameras and they haven't returned it. I am furious, but what can I do? And
So what can I do?
this means that Gina's going to be like me today. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Hopefully
It's nice, man.
my
That's a
voice
little
is
razzle
enough.
dazzle to the show.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I think we should all take turns in doing that sometimes, actually.
To be fair. To be
For it.
fair.
Get audio vibe, you know?
I've only been, it's not been 2 years out here for a little while, has it? You got a sis, what would you do? I was like,
On a Monday?
No, because he's
This
like,
was
Gina's
the-
here. Like, it's so
this is a
exciting.
special
He's so
occasion.
excited. It's a special occasion.
Oh my god, sorry.
Make it
Yvonne
work.
asked me if I got my money back here. And let's just quickly
Please,
talk.
Gina.
Guys, no, I have not. I have not yet, but
We're in
plot-
March.
When I say plot twist, yeah. So it's making me think it's in-house, you know.
No way.
Do you know why? Because it's so confusing, yeah. So no, I've not had the money back. And my current account, they were just like, nah, you're not getting the money back. There's no evidence of fraud. So I've had to take it to the ombudsman. And with that one, they said because, again, I'm not skilled in this realm yet, so maybe you can help me. But they were like, so their first reason for rejecting it is dumb because they're like, oh, the payments would have been authorized, yeah? And I was like, well, no shit, Sherlock, I don't have my phone. So,
Yeah, so the
you
phone
know
was
when you
stolen,
have
yeah.
to send a text message or whatever, the person who has the phone is
Has
obviously
obviously
going
said
to
yes.
authorize
Exactly,
it for it to go through.
Yeah.
Make that make sense. So that one, first of all, is dumb. Then they were like, oh, the IP address They said the IP address for some of the transactions are the same as transactions that I authorized prior. So when I was talking to, I don't get how IP
So they're saying that
addresses-
it's not a different shopping habit.
So they say, yeah, so obviously it's an app, right, that I said I use in it.
Yeah.
So they're like, when that payments that you haven't disputed, when you've used the app, the IP address is the same. So I don't get how that works because if it's an IP address on my phone, like I'm assuming like Brent, your Wi-Fi has a different IP address to like my data on my phone. So I'm like, if it's the data on my phone, of course it's going to be the same as transactions that
Yeah,
I've
it
done
would,
before because
yeah.
it's on my phone. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, that
Or
makes sense.
is it based on location? Like I don't understand.
That's what I was
Location is
thinking.
different to your IP because with your phone, your mobile network has its own IP address. I know this because when I was trying to get Usher tickets, I couldn't do it on my 5G. I had to go on Wi-Fi. And then when it blocked my Wi-Fi, it says because it's the same IP address. And then when I went on my iPad with the same Wi-Fi, it was like it's the same
thing.
IP address.
So the Wi-Fi has an IP
has
address.
an IP address, and then your mobile data has an IP address.
Yeah, so I'm
So
like,
they're using your phone.
but that's why I'm like, well, so how does that make sense? If obviously if it's the Wi-Fi on my phone, it's going to be the same IP address.
Yeah.
Do you get? I mean, if it's the
the
data
data
on my
on
phone,
it, yeah.
because it's my phone, so I don't get how that makes any sense. So that's that one. And then my credit card, I'm still going back and forth. Like literally, I didn't anticipate this thing to take this long, especially for a credit card. I thought
the credit card would be the one that's done deal.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
last week I had in-depth combos with my case handler. Like she's on the phone with me for like an hour going through so many things. And what I said to her was, I was like, look, not being rude, yeah, but you know that this is fraud, yeah, because you know my spending habits.
Yeah.
I don't spend this much on this credit card.
Yeah.
I've never spent this much on this credit card. I've had this card for years. So isn't that in itself enough evidence to show that this thing is bullshit? So let's just...
Yeah.
Then she's like... Do you know what? So she's going into so much detail. So she's like, obviously, I've got 2 phones in it. So whenever I go to Ghana, I take my older phone and I put my Ghana SIM card in it.
Yeah.
So when obviously all of this has happened, I'm now using my older phone. But because it's the same, everything's the same in it, so all my apps and stuff are synced.
Oh.
So it's like, oh, but you logged into your app on this phone on this date with this phone. Like all these questions, and I'm like, why have you got 2 phones? First of all, is that any of your fucking business? Sorry, but like, what do you mean? Why do I have 2 phones? Like, it's like they're making it seem as if I'm in on this, basically. Do you get what I mean?
But
Which is why it's taken so long. I don't
Yeah.
understand. To me, it's straightforward. I don't get why there's so many. Yeah.
Oh, did they at any point block your credit card
Yeah.
for unusual before you reported it?
No, I had to block it.
Because really, they should have flagged that.
This is what I said. Because I'm like, whenever I spent, like, make it $9,000 in a day, make it make sense, please.
They should have. They should have
done-
flagged that in
and
the first place.
They were done via transactions to PayPal. Again, to me, is this not all screaming dodge?
Yeah, because I've obviously got the credit card, so I will use the credit card directly.
So
This is the thing. All these places, yeah. When it's time for them to, that's the thing with insurance. Such a scam, man. Because when it's time to actually apply this service, all of a sudden now you're having me jumping through hoops and doing all sorts.
oh, and my phone insurance company stung me as well. I had to buy a new phone.
What they say?
They didn't.
So what's the point of having insurance?
Bro, I went through so many hurdles for them to turn around and say, oh, the price of your phone is more than the price on the policy. So it was £30 over, so we're not
So I couldn't give you the £30 difference.
No. I spoke to again, back and forth, manage. It doesn't work like that. I said, okay, give me a phone less than the value of my phone. No, we can't do that. Give me a voucher and I'll pay. No, we can't do like.
But you don't know that inflation is a thing. Are they aware of that?
But they were just like, no, because it depends on how much. So it's the risk. Obviously, they're like, send proof of purchase in it. So obviously, I've done that.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, it's more expensive. And I was like, do you know I've had this? I took out this insurance policy in 2016. Yeah, so that's
And I've
like
never
That's
claimed.
ridiculous.
2016 via my bank, yeah. And that's what, 8 years. So I'm
The
not going to
one
remember
time-
the T's and C's from 8 years ago till
Yeah.
now. And then I said, not being rude, but if that was the case, why did you accept the phone to be insured in the first place?
Exactly.
Because you could have told me from the moment I called you and said, this and this has happened. Sorry, the value of your phone is too expensive. We can't do it. But you've made me jump through hoops again for 4 weeks, sending you the same documents over and over again for you to turn around and be like, oh, we can't do it.
You need to be able to claim your money back that you paid for the insurance.
Because what's the point then?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
Because what they
100%.
should have, because you know, it's like your car, yeah. If you get in a car accident and then the value of your car
But
is whatever.
I said
they give you the
this.
money.
Esther,
So you should have got some kind of
Esther,
payout. You
I
can't,
said this, and I
you
said,
can't
if I
just keep the
insured
money.
my car, and they were like, oh, but it's not the same as car insurance. It doesn't work like that.
So what happens? Okay, wait. So they're saying you insured your phone, and this was the value of the phone. Where's that money then? Because they should have given you that money.
So because the value of my phone is more expensive than what they cover, it means my claim is invalid. That's what they're saying.
Have you worked out how much you've given them?
No, because obviously I've been doing it for years. Like,
And you be changing phones as well, innit?
so
Your phone wasn't even a year old.
no, let's not even talk about that because that's paining me. It's really paining me.
What a scam! I don't. There must be a
I hate
way around.
insurance. See?
That don't sound right.
No, it doesn't.
Sorry, it doesn't sound right. Because even at car insurance, yeah, if your car is now worth, you bought it $5,000, but now it's worth £200, they will still transfer that £200.
But the thing is, the reason why I've had to I've had to just swallow it, yeah, is because obviously afterwards she sent me the terms and conditions. It's there in black and white, like right, like it's there. Like if your phone is more than, and I was like, right, is that how expensive? You know when you even think, is that how expensive iPhones are? Because in my head, I'm not thinking about, because you pay, like I was paying my monthly in it. So by the way, I'm still paying for the phone that I don't have. Just putting it out there.
You still have to finish paying for it.
Of course I do. So, and then I bought a new phone.
So wait,
Let's not talk about that.
do you know what?
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's
my
just-
phone's going to be a year old in May, and it's 2 years, so I won't finish paying.
What's the max value of the phone at the insurance? At the
1.5.
insure? 1.5.
Yeah, so my phone was 1.529. I know, innit? Banter. And I was like, wait, why is this phone... And in my head, I'm thinking, is that how much this phone is?
No, but then, oh gosh.
Why was it 1.5?
I know you've been for a lot, but honestly, something doesn't sound right. This sounds like
It was a phone
legal
14 Pro
advice.
Max.
Because that doesn't sound right. To keep paying for the phone as well after that, that doesn't make sense.
Because when I took out the phone with Apple, so I didn't go through
Oh,
O2.
yeah, so
I
it's
took the phone with
Apple.
Apple and I did it on finance because it was free, interest free. So
Yeah.
you pay it every single month for 2
Yeah.
years. So the way it works is with finance, obviously it's Barclays finance. So they're going to pay
Yeah.
Apple and then you pay Barclays every
pay
month.
them
Do you get
back.
it? So as far as they're concerned, I'm still in my contract,
Yeah.
regardless of whether I have the phone or not. I can't dispute that. Do you see what I mean?
I just feel like, what's the point of insurance then?
No, and that's why this whole thing is a scam. Because if my insurance was valid, this is mine now. And
Wait,
the
but
crazy
if- but
thing
if
is,
the highest they do is
I've never
1,500.
lost since I don't lose phones, so I've never lost my phone or
Yeah,
had it
to know
stolen.
that-
The only thing that I've claimed on is it smashed and I had to redo my screen.
Okay, yeah.
So in the 8 years I've had that insurance with my bank, I've barely claimed.
It's a scam, man.
So yeah.
I'm sorry, girl. Boy. Building perseverance and all sorts.
Just hang it up, man.
It's crazy.
I've got a video, Esther
Okay.
and Gina. Let me know if this is accurate, please.
Oh, gosh.
Let me know if this is.
She said it was a special occasion. Well, there you go. Who knows what's on the other side of that video?
So it says
What is that?
when
Thank
you
you.
have to pick up your girl and her friends up after
Oh.
Sunday bottomless brunch.
Oh, she's in the car.
All about yo. You don't like me, no machine bitch, so you don't like me, then your mother is a hoe. And I heard that your man probably sleeping with your bro.
Is this accurate?
Obviously not. Like, it's exaggerated. Obviously exaggerated,
it's
but
a skit,
essentially,
man.
it's the message of like when girls go bottomless brunch,
Have you seen
they just do the most.
Do you follow? So
Which
there's
is
a
true.
page called Sticks. They're like cartoons. They're like stick cartoons.
Do you know how
yeah.
funny
I'm
those things
obsessed
are?
with them. But have you seen the ones about brunches with the person singing?
No.
No, guys, it's so funny.
That
'Cause they
page is
have
too
like,
funny.
they've got like when you pick up your mum or you pick up your grandma or you pick up your uncle and he's coming from bottomless brunch with the man them. And like the uncle is because the songs they sing are songs obviously we know.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you know how Americans like the church singing like, and the
They're
guy who's driving
harmonizing.
is just but he's a cartoon character, but it's so funny.
No, that page is elite.
No,
That's
I need
a
to
good
find you
page.
a version.
Yeah, bottomless
I'm gonna
brunch
find
is
you,
slap.
bro.
I had my first one this weekend.
And then email it to me.
There's a whole thing
How's that your first
you can
brunch? You
say
always
that.
of
brunch.
the year.
Oh,
It's my open ceremony.
What?
Cut the ribbon. Now we're ready to go.
What?
I was gonna ask you how it
Bottomless
went.
brunch. No, their heifers were racist up in there, and I just can't bother. I've honestly got a migraine right now, but I just need to get the moment to sit down and get my Karen on and log into all my 10 Google accounts, and I'm leaving 1-star reviews. Like I've actually got the time. It was a whole thing.
Funny.
We had a great time though, but it was mad.
Just got one through an update on sis. What would you do? I'm guessing it's because like
Oh, lovely.
yeah.
Nice. We can do that today.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put it in the thing actually.
Thank you. But right, okay. Well, listen, we've got a packed show, so let's get into our headlines. What's that? Do you know to sing it? Oh no! Sorry, I'm so sorry. So you know those tables, yeah, that like you can take the lid off, like they got the glass lids. There was some girl just that during the Vine days, and she was singing that song, and she was just this little girl just singing so carefree, put herself in the glass thing, closed it, and then she couldn't open it from the inside. It was obviously Vines are so quick, but I reckon she got found because video was posted in it.
Bro, I'm gonna show you
But I
my
remember
post.
every time I hear that song, I always think of her because she was so like,
Okay,
she's like,
thanks.
and then she literally went up there, closed the guy, and then she tried to open it to do like a. But obviously it's too heavy, and you're inside the table, and then she started panicking. It was crazy, man. Vine days were good days.
I thought, what restaurant? My friend said he went somewhere the other day with his family and that, and they asked him to change the music or something. I feel like he said, "Can you put, like?" I don't know why he's relayed the story like this to me, because in my mind I'm thinking this is not how people talk. It's not the conversation you're gonna have. But he was saying he asked him if they could play some black music. You get me?
Yeah, people do that.
I mean, you'd say R&B or hip hop.
No, you say black music.
If you're not talking to, because why would I say black music to black people?
Oh, it's the black people. Okay, I thought like.
No, he wasn't. If I was talking to someone that's not black, I'm gonna explain. If I say black, because that could get that could go any which way. Like, can you play some black music? I'm gonna tell them what kind of music I want to hear.
Okay,
But he said he asked them if they could play some black music in the restaurant, and then next thing he just heard nama nama eh, waka waka eh.
It's going to say Africa in there. They said, you black Africa.
This was for Africa. I said, what?
No, but it's funny how establishments do that, because even where I went on Saturday, one of the girls that got there first, she said when she got in there, they were playing like Turkish music, Turkish restaurant. She said when she sat down here, they started playing reggae.
Reading the room, innit?
It's crazy, man.
I don't take offense to that, boy, because
It's-
I would rather hear that.
That's
than,
not even offensive.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not
music
offensive.
for you or the ambiance thing.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't where we took offense.
Like if they I mean, if they change it to the Shakira thing, I could take offense to
That's
that.
taking the piss.
'Cause I don't know
That
how
song-
you. I don't know how you don't let her get away
Remember,
with
no,
that.
but remember
Anyway.
it was a World Cup theme.
Yeah, it was.
It's just that she done it for Africa.
And because she says Africa, they're like, you black
This one's for
Africa.
Africa. I don't know how you don't let her get away with that, honestly. But
Now Shakira, after her hips weren't lying, she didn't get a murder. She didn't get a big up Shakira, man. Oh, is this the thing?
We love that liquor, love that liquor, love that liquor, baby. What they say, Patron make you do
This isn't
wrong.
even the one. I didn't listen to it,
Make
but-
you spin that penny. Paul make your ass fall. Casamigo have you spinning. Bitch, spinning. Bitch, spinning. Bitch, have your head spinning, babe.
Go to the men's
Love
one.
that
Next.
liquor, love that
And she played a test and now we gon' electric. Okay, you got electric, okay. So you
Think
like
I
a
got
too
too
sexy for for that metro housing. Diamond popped out almost
See what I mean?
50,000. I love the section, need more changing. Yeah, I like it crowded.
Guys.
Oh, you like the boy? Well, tell me what you like about him. You a type of little thotty, ain't no wife about it. I'm a fucking friend to take a back.
Guys, if you're not following this page, follow them right now.
No, that
they
thing is
have-
too funny,
Brent,
man.
sorry, go on to that. Can you go onto their page, yeah? And then the recent one, there's like the old man. No, wait, go down. That one with the hat, the blue hat.
I know he did just cut the music while you singing to me, sugar.
Nah, this page is elite.
But yeah,
man.
go follow them. They're so
Love it.
hilarious. They've got so many. I love them.
Oh gosh.
All right. So, our first headline. US military C-130 cargo airplanes on Saturday dropped food in pallets over Gaza. This is according to 3 US officials. 2 days after more than 100 Palestinians who had surged to pull goods off an air...
Going through it.
This is 2 days after more than 100 Palestinians who had surged to pull goods off of an aid convoy were killed during a chaotic encounter with Israeli troops. The airdrop is expected to be the first of many announced by the President, Joe Biden, on Friday. The aid will be coordinated with Jordan, which has also conducted airdrops to deliver food to Gaza. Since the war began October 7th, Israel has barred entry of food, water, medicine, and other supplies, except for a trickle of aid entering the south from Egypt at the Rafah crossing and Israel's Kerem Shalom crossing. The United Nations says a quarter of Gaza's 2.3 million people face starvation. Aid officials have said the airdrops are not an efficient means of distributing aid and are a measure of last resort. Second headline brings us to the UK, where Rishi Sunak has said that the UK democracy is being targeted amid the ongoing Israel-Gaza conflict, saying Britain's streets had been hijacked by groups hostile to British values. Mr Sunak said in a Downing Street address that there were forces here at home trying to tear us apart, and criticised the victory of George Galloway in the Rochdale by-election, describing it as beyond alarming. The address follows growing concerns about MPs' safety, with particular fears that they are being targeted and intimidated by demonstrators, particularly by those demanding action to bring an end to the fighting in the Israel-Hamas war. Few measures were announced in the speech, although the Prime Minister vowed to redouble support for Prevent, which is an anti-extremism program, and to cancel the visas of those seeking to enter the country to spew hate. He also spoke directly to those taking part in the pro-Palestine protests, urging organisers to demonstrate peacefully and with empathy. Last headline takes us to Russia, where thousands of mourners gathered outside the church in Moscow where Alexei Navalny's funeral was held. Photographs taken on Friday show huge crowds behind barriers with Russian riot police officers nearby. Mr. Navalny's coffin was carried into the church as people were heard applauding and chanting, "Navalny, Navalny." It was then placed in the church with an open casket, as is common in the Russian Orthodox tradition. Tensions were high around how the day would go, with the Kremlin warning any unsanctioned gatherings would violate the law. After the service, now widowed, his wife Yulia made a heartbreaking tribute to her husband on X, saying, thank you for 26 years of pure happiness, even the last 3 years, for your love, your support, making me laugh even from prison and always thinking about me. I don't know how to live without you, but I'll try to make you happy and proud of me up there. Russian authorities still have not announced the cause of death for Mr. Navalny, who crusaded against official corruption and organized major protests as Putin's fiercest political foe. And that's it for the headlines.
All right, let's get into what you say in topic of the day.
All right, people. So today's topic of the day, this was sent in by a great contributor who goes by the name of Usa. And basically, he sent in some topics probably sometime last month or so. And I said I wasn't too sure if they wanted me to mention their name in it. So he's got back to us and said, thank you for reading out my topics I sent in the last email. It was kind of an out-of-body experience hearing what I wrote down, being read out loud and people discussing it. A very unique and amazing experience. Yeah, man. He said I can use his name in the email. It's one of his aliases, so it's all right. But he said he is a man and he's also a Nigerian living in America. So he's one of our American listeners.
Big up you, King.
Mm-hmm. But today's topic of the day, he's got 3 here, by the way. But today's one is what makes someone a part of a culture?
Did you see that video? Oh, no, not video. That tweet. I had to mute it and I had to block the girl. Just because it just kept recurring. Some girl was like how she saw this, she said she saw a British girl. Mm-hmm. I think they were on holiday in Jamaica, something anyway. And then she asked her where she's from.
Oh, is it the black girl that says...
She's like from Guyana and somewhere else. And she's like, how are you then... Somebody like, how are you speaking a British accent? Something stupid like that.
Yeah.
She was saying she had a girl with a strong British accent or something.
Yeah.
The girl saying she's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she said that her dad is
Jamaican.
half Jamaican, half Guyanese. and her mum's from Guyanese descent or something like that.
Yeah.
I think her dad's fully Jamaican. Her mum's Guyanese, but she never met her dad or something like that.
So
Oh,
she's never
yeah,
met her dad,
yeah,
she's never
yeah.
been to Jamaica, but
Yeah.
she's been to Guyana or something.
Yeah, and so she was like, "Oh, how is she claiming to be Jamaican?"
Yeah, exactly.
Basically,
Yeah. I'd tell on.
I don't know.
But then isn't it so if I'm born here, my parents are Ghanaian, I'm obviously from Ghanaian descent or whatever, but I've never been to Ghana. I can't claim to be Ghanaian.
Apparently not.
Exactly.
Oh, is it?
The lights.
Cool story, bro.
The lights were off
Okay.
in her head that day.
Completely.
Crazy.
Is she American?
Probably.
Can I? It's gonna be
No,
hard.
I don't think so. She didn't sound like it.
What, the one asking the question?
She can't be from here.
Somebody from here wouldn't be that confused.
That's why I'm saying.
Someone from here would know.
Because that's why I asked that, because over here
But
we
she
would.
said something about I grew up in Ireland or something like that. Can I say I'm Irish or something like this or something?
Yeah,
Was
but
it?
is that her being not sarcastic?
Yeah,
but
she was being.
you know,
Okay. Oh.
the only reason why I say that is because I highly doubt anyone from the UK even has that thought process, because a lot of us already who weren't born back home, if you ask us where we're from, we're going to say back home, regardless of whether you've been there or not.
Yep.
Do you see what I mean? That's how we are, whereas I know in America it's completely different. That's why I think if she is from here, then I would be surprised, like very surprised. But interesting take.
But guys, what would you say makes somebody part of a culture? Shall I give you a few thingies, or maybe language, being able to speak the language or understand it, food, type of food you eat, the music you listen to,
Yeah.
how you conduct marriages, funerals, how you dress, your name, the mannerisms,
What culture though?
any culture, whatever culture you have in mind. What are the things that you'd say, okay, cool, this
But
person does this.
But some cultures ain't up for like. I don't even know what the word I'm
I get what
looking
you
for.
mean. You can't sit with us.
Yeah,
Like-
because it doesn't like saying like what part of the culture. If it's something that's done with nationality and race and whatnot, I'm never going to be a part of it. So how you talk about what could be part of the culture? If you talk about our culture, like the what?
Because when you said that, yeah, I thought, But I feel like over here, yeah, there's a lot of people who are part of our culture who are not part of our race, though.
That's
We've
what-
allowed
see,
them
but
in-
this-
we've
this-
allowed
this
them
is
into
the point
the
I was going to talk about. I'm saying that our culture and our demographic, like in the streets, urban, whatever word you want to throw about it, that's not really down to race. That is, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's down to race. Like you could be part of our culture and not be a. Like you could be black, Indian, Asian, and be part of our culture. That's different. And if unless you're talking to stuff about saying like nationality or whatever, and I don't know, let's say like how Indian people live, and me talk about well, how can I be a part of their culture, kind of thing. It's like, well, I'm never going to be a part of their culture.
Could they welcome you into their culture though? Is it possible?
What if I move to India?
Yeah.
If I moved to India and spoke the language and ate the food and lived how they lived and went and was part of it, actually, like, then yeah, I suppose you can be in it.
But then don't we have those foolish, white people who think they're Jamaican, who have the accent and what are they called? Tugger. and
What's
all them.
Tugger? I was gonna say, what's his name again?
Is that not a prime example? But then, like, he want to be the coach so bad.
Yeah, but
No, but they've accepted him.
But
Though.
if they're not accepted, are they part of the culture? If they're not,
But
not
to me,
universally, it doesn't matter what they want or what their
No,
intentions
but
are.
he
If they're
has
not
been
universally accepted,
but-
are they part of the culture?
But he is accepted and part of the culture because you like him. But
That's only in
no.
Hackney.
No, but I'm saying like
Wait, they accepted in Hackney?
he's been given a
Who's
platform.
Tugger's accepted in Hackney, yeah. He's
No,
there.
but he's been given a platform. He goes on shows and does interviews. Like he's someone who you can't sit here and say that he's not part of the culture. He hasn't been accepted because clearly he has. What's the other guy? The one who's making music and
M.R.
and performing. That's someone who's been accepted and part of the culture because you've been given up. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we can say that they haven't been accepted because
I guess the question might be accepted to what culture? Would they be accepted into Jamaican culture, or are they accepted into UK culture, UK black culture? Because I don't think the Jamaicans again, I'm not Jamaican, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not too sure if the Jamaicans accept them as Jamaicans, you know what I'm saying? But the UK culture that we've all formed together, majority of us have
They wouldn't.
have accepted them.
I don't think they'll see them as Jamaicans, but I think they'll accept them. if that makes sense.
Mm.
Like accept them to embrace the culture.
Okay.
But I don't think that, like, I don't think anybody's looking at M.R. and saying that he's Jamaican just because he likes Jamaica.
So that means, I guess he could never be Jamaican then.
Of course he can't.
You say that though, because what if Jamaican people said, you know what, we accept him as Jamaican. There's like Jamaican Chinese people in Jamaica, right?
Yeah, but there's white Jamaican artists like Collie Buds and them man there. Them man they live over there and that. So if them man are Jamaican, it doesn't matter that they're white. So Jamaicans will take them as Jamaican because they're Jamaican.
There you go.
Yeah, but M.R.'s not.
Yeah, but could M.R. be like Collie Buds though? Could he go over there, stay there for 20 years straight, and then at some point just be like, okay, yeah, you know what, you're one of us.
Well, what point do you get? What point do you get accepted if you went anywhere for 20 years straight? What point would you expect them to say like you're one of us? That's putting in the work, innit? You can go anywhere for 20 years. After 20 years, you'd expect them to, if you're putting in the work, if you're speaking the language, if you're like living how they live, all these kind of things, being a part of community, society, being a valid member that's contributing.
Yeah.
After 20 years, you'd expect them to accept you anywhere, whether you was in Taiwan or Bosnia.
But then I guess I guess during that 20 years, I must be doing something in it. So what are those things that I would
That you
have
need
to be doing
to be accepted as part of the culture?
I guess I would have to have learned the language, right?
Well, what if it's not language then? What if you take it to say like what you were saying, like our kind of like the scene, innit? Like would be music, podcasts, just the culture in general.
Yeah.
Well, rather than use that because talking about language and stuff like that, because that's a bit different. What do you have to do to get accepted into our culture?
But
Into
even
our scene?
before we even go on today, yeah, why do you see languages different?
Because
remember, to some degree, yes, we're speaking English, but there's certain things that we say, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of, I guess, if you was part of this culture, you know what I'm saying? That someone could say to make you feel like, okay, you know what, this person's at least like from ends, sort of thing, you know what I'm saying? That would still be, I guess, the language part of it.
Yeah, you'll need to start defining the cultures in which it is you're talking about.
Yeah, because I think
there's ends culture, there is British culture, there's Black British culture. Even within that, there is African Black British, there's Caribbean Black
Yes, a
British.
lot, yeah.
There are quite a few. So a white person growing up in ends would be part of ends culture or youth culture that obviously has been informed by us anyway. Hence, there being this umbrella culture.
But that's why I think for me, yeah, I'm team cut the crap is Black culture. You just say culture to make it sound inclusive to everyone, but a lot of it originates from the Black community and like how Black people speak. And do you know what I mean? The mannerisms, everything, I feel that comes from us. But because, again, we love to bring everyone to the cookout and make it inclusive, it's more defined as like a blanket. Do you know what I mean? But I do think a lot of the influences come from our people. Do you get what I mean? But that's just me personally.
Okay, so Black British culture, yeah. People like M that are like Tug of War or Central C and some of these other people, yeah. Are they part of Black British culture? Or are they just part of, let's just say, the music, let's just say grime or hip hop culture?
It's because of the music. Because let's look at Central C for example. Yeah, again, I don't know anything about him other than the fact that he's an artist. But if he wasn't an artist if he did country music, we're not claiming him as part of our culture. If he did pop music, we're not claiming Central C as part of our culture because we don't claim Dua Lipa.
When I think about it, I think of like RD, for example, talk about Adiola and whatnot. But that's the music culture. Outside of that, RD's he's just like a lad. Do you know what I mean? So with that, he's more white lad culture.
Yeah. But
then within music,
I would say RD's part of our culture though.
Outside of music.
I don't know about outside of music, but it's music, innit? So,
but that's what I'm saying though. So with music, I feel like with music, he's part of the culture. But outside of when he's not doing music, he's part of the white lad culture. Do you get what I mean?
I don't know. He's got Black brothers and I've seen him out moving with them. I mean, I would say RD's part of the culture because we're talking about it, we can give reference to him. He's impacted it.
Because of music though, right?
Yeah, it's just because of music, but I mean, it's still whatever it is, isn't it? Kind of thing.
So wait. Are you saying part of as in Black British culture? Are you saying part of the The hip hop or whatever culture, the genre.
Well, it's like you're saying. He's saying culture, but it's black culture anyway. It is black British culture. I would say.
Interesting.
Would I say he is? I don't know, because obviously it's like you said, you got to do something for it, innit?
Yeah.
And even though it is just music, that song impacted a lot. You know what I'm trying to say? Like when you say it, you instantly recognize it and stuff like that. It has an effect on people. So even though it is just music, is that enough to? Yeah, I would say he is, isn't it? Sure, it is.
Okay. Ben, from where your vantage point, do you see someone like Ardy being part of Black British culture?
No, he can vibe. He can come and eat. That's because he's been invited. But it's not a case where he would claim that he's part of Black British culture.
I don't think he would say that statement.
He makes music that we have influenced, that we have created, because that's the stuff he likes, right? But the same way, what I'm saying is that people can dip in and out, just like how Loons has his white friends, his laddish friends. Is that means that he's part of that culture? Because he has friends growing up in there and he does the practices and this, that, and the next?
Yeah.
What are you saying here too?
Him being part of their culture.
So
As
he's
in
part of the white culture.
As in he can not stand out there, you mean? Is that what you're saying? He can blend in there. When you say he's part of the culture,
Like,
can we define what you mean by part of a culture? Because if
Let's
you're
try
making
that then.
music that is predominantly black,
yeah.
right? Does that mean oh, he's part of the culture?
I would. If you're making it and people are accepting it, like the masses accept it, I would go as far to say yeah.
You don't sound certain. That's just making me laugh.
Yeah, because I'm thinking when I'm talking, but I'm, you know, like I'm trying to work it out when I'm talking.
Because you eat all sorts of foods.
Yeah.
You consume you listen to all sorts of music. Because you listen to and sing pop songs, does that mean you're part of that particular white culture? We grew up listening to a whole set of boy bands and whatnot from the white people. Does that mean that we're part of the culture?
No, not just. I don't think just listening to the music.
It's just making the music.
Contributing.
I think it's like I don't know, because if that's your demographic that you hang with, you can say you're part of the culture. If you like, even as a black man, if like majority of your friends is white, and like what you're saying, like your lingo, so like your language, and that's white. The places that you go, like the people that you date, the food that you like to eat, just everything, and you've embraced it. The things that they do in their spare time, then you are kind of part of their culture, no?
So you've assimilated.
Kind of thing, innit?
Has Adi done that?
Has who?
Adi.
No, because he's still like a white boy. I don't know. I'm trying to work it out in my head. I think, like I said, it's because it's just the music aspect of it. I think that's what it is, isn't it? And because the song's so big and and the impact of it, and it's part of that. It's part of that culture. If he does stuff, it can move the needle. I can see it. I'm aware of it. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? That if he makes songs and does collabs and shows and whatnot. So I'm aware of what he's doing. So if he wasn't, why would I be? Because there's white boys that's doing their thing all the time, and I don't know what they're doing.
How about? Yeah, it's so very different. All those Jewish people that own the record labels and they're fully ingrained in our culture.
Are they part of the culture?
Are they part of the culture?
Well, what's his name? Cohen.
Yeah.
He is.
I don't know who
But
Cohen is.
but what are you saying? Part
He
of what
is part of the
though?
culture.
Part of Black American culture, or are we saying
black
hip hop culture?
Hip hop culture and hip hop culture is black people. Like,
Because
come on, man.
didn't they put into it?
100%.
All these
yeah.
the raping,
Steve Ripken as well.
the pillaging and the thieving, they put into it. No?
No, but Cohen's not part of hip hop culture.
He's definitely part of hip hop culture.
So what then?
But that's what I'm trying to say. Hip hop culture is different to black culture, though, I think. Because my next question was basically going to be, for the UK, would you say Dappy's part of black UK culture? Would you say Dappy's black? You wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? And would you say Eminem is part of black American?
He said the N-word to get me, so maybe he is.
Nah, he needs to relax.
Is he from like Kosovo or something?
No, he's Turkish.
No, he's Cypriot. Greek.
And he was in the N-word.
Oh, no.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, but never mind. Let me just.
That's wonderful.
I just don't talk.
But you know what I'm saying? Would we say he's part of black British culture? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
If we had a
N-Dubs
black,
in that. Yeah, man.
no, not end up, not the black guy in there.
Not
Dappy,
Faisal.
not Dappy and
Dappy.
We're talking about Dappy and
Talisa.
Talisa and them.
Yeah, I would say they are.
Remember,
Yeah.
Talisa's dad was in Congo, so
Doing what there?
I'm not gonna lie. I would say they are. Channel
Okay.
U and all that, and these things that come.
No,
out.
but you see, all your examples are pointing to the music part of it. You
So
know what
that's
I'm saying?
why music's a massive part of our culture.
It is. But if you do one thing well, does that mean you have a passport to be part of every single thing in that culture, though? You know what I'm saying? Would you say Eminem is part of Black American culture?
I think he used to be, not no more though.
Eminem.
Yeah, man.
See, that's how I feel. I feel like he used to
He
be. but
used to
he
be
ain't-
back in the day,
he ain't-
but
he ain't anymore.
he ain't anymore.
What's
So he-
changed?
Oh, he's been strange for years.
I just, do you know what I think as well? Do you know I didn't know he had a race? Have you heard that song?
Race what?
The racist song about
Oh,
Eminem.
back in the day.
No.
Yeah,
I only came across it recently and I froze. I said,
Yeah.
sorry. Because apparently he dated a black
Black
girl and a
woman,
black
yeah.
woman stung him. So he's just, the whole song is a diss track against black women.
Yeah.
Bitches, hoes. And I said,
Horrible.
no, the song is wild.
This was
But I
before he
always-
was Eminem.
Yeah, but I always knew he had it in him though, because I'm not going to lie, he's very unhinged.
now the way he was moving with Mariah Carey, I knew he had it in him.
He's
he
forget
had
Mariah
it.
Carey.
He was
Let's
doing a lot.
talk about the Marshall Mathers LP. The whole album is dedicated to killing his mum and he's the baby mother of his child. He was very unhinged from early.
But that's a great point. I mean, some of them tracks, all hip hop, but it was in his flipping Thriller pack. And the kind of stuff that he was there talking about, it was white boy wasted stuff, innit?
Yeah, I
Just
suppose.
over hip hop beats.
Yeah, I suppose that's not. It wasn't necessarily our culture. He brought his culture to it because the
polluted
things,
our culture.
Yeah, the things that he's rapping about. It's not things that we're. You know what I'm saying? Killing his gal and putting her in a boot. And them things.
Bro. Can't believe I was listening to that stuff at that
That
age, you
tune's
know, and I
cold,
was
though.
so obsessed with him.
That tune's
Storytelling's
actually
on
cold.
point.
Yeah,
that
it
tune's
was. It
cold.
was.
It's so long,
bitch, you
bitch,
did
you
me
did
so wrong.
That tune's cold.
I don't want to go.
Yeah, I don't think Eminem is anymore, man.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
So, but basically, at his peak of contributing to Black hip hop, to hip hop culture, you
Well,
would say he was part of.
He put on 50, man. He bossed us. He contributed to our culture.
But
definitely.
I guess this is why Brent mentioned the Jewish record label owners and things like that.
I suppose it
Rick
depends who you
Rubin
are,
and
because
them.
everybody's story is going to be different. I don't think it will be across the board that all of them will be, but some of them will be. Like I said, like Cohen, like his impact and his input into the industry. You can't. How are you going to knock it because he's not black?
Is it? This might not be the best analogy, but is I guess if you're getting into like a culture that at least to some degree is based on ethnicity, right? Or that's one of the things, right, that gives you entry, or color, race, whatever it may be, right? Maybe that's just another level, right? And basically something like culture, maybe something like language, maybe something like music, maybe something like the way you name yourself and stuff like this is just a lesser, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just thinking, all you got to do to be part of the culture is take part in it.
I think it depends though.
And like anyone could be a part of anybody's culture. If you went to Tibet and you started being a Buddhist monk and you're meditating and you're living like how they live, what then what?
But I think that's from our perspective as somebody trying to be part of them. But we don't know how they would see us. You know what I'm saying? Like if like I remember Brent brought this example up before on the show. If a white person moved to Yoruba land now, I don't think any amount of time will make me think they're a Yoruba person. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they respect us, they love our culture, and they've really grown to it or stuff like that. But
What about
us,
What about 3 generations born there?
and
Little
they're
white youths, 3 of them born there.
and they're marrying and having kids with white people.
Because they would have. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. It would feel weird to me. I would understand if somebody kind of embraced them though, because like you said, 3 generations, they probably do everything. The only thing they don't do is probably just they don't have the DNA.
So that means you can't be British then. You're not British.
I mean, I think the requirements are different because all you need is a passport. That's just a worldwide understanding. You know what I mean? Like as long as you got a passport, you are this. What's her name? Begum is a Shamima Begum is British because of world law.
It's possible for them to be part of Nigerian culture, but not Yoruba culture. Because I'm seen in Trinidad, a Chinaman 100% could be Trinidadian culture, 100%, and he could keep within generations keep it within their own ethnic community, but they would never be part of the black culture within Trinidad. A Chinaman would be a Chinaman, and be a Chinaman, but he would still be a Trinidadian.
Mm-hmm. It's a nationality.
A black man would be a black man, would be a black man.
So, of course, he'll never be a black man, but he'll be a Trini.
Yes,
As a Chinese man, he'll be a Trini.
100%.
So if he's part of Trini culture,
Yes.
and the Trini culture is black culture,
It's not. It's mixed.
Ah, okay.
It's black and Indian.
Okay.
And when I say black and Indian, African and Indian. Yeah.
What would you say to, because obviously everyone's got different viewpoints on this, yeah? What would you say is like the top 3 things that make you say, you know what, if you got these 3, I can understand why you and people part of that culture accept you as part of that culture?
Speaking the language fluently. I guess maybe knowing a lot of the history about the culture as well. I can't think of a third one because food is food.
Yeah.
You can like food. Food is not that deep. Doing dances, hell, that's what will get me kicking you out. The first way to piss me off. I can't think. I think knowing the history at least, or living there as well.
Okay.
I think living there. If you live there, like you've been there for years, you got home there, like your life is there. I can see why people embrace you as part of the culture.
Okay. What about you guys?
I don't know if it's like ends or black culture, whatever you're talking about. I feel like if you've contributed to it, if you actively contribute, if you either in the past or actively contributed to it, impacted it, like helped it advance, shaped it, developed it in some way, shape or form. If you've had an impact on the culture, and if you like live it, like if that makes sense, like embrace it, like and then I suppose I'll accept you as part of it, innit?
Okay.
Yeah, if you live as of us from man's culture, you've impacted it and you contribute towards it, I'd accept you as part of the culture, no matter where you're from, I think.
Right, do you know?
I think speaking the language, like I said, speaking the language and living there. I also think contributing somehow.
Are these like prerequisites? Like you have to do these things for you to be like, okay, yeah, you're part of this culture, or are these just the ideals?
I think it's going to be subjective, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So I don't think there's a hard fast rule. It's just these are the things that I would look for to. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say that they may understand the culture. I wouldn't say they're part of the culture. Because as you all were just walking through it, I was extrapolating that to a black man that has gone to Italy or India. And he can speak the language. He's promoting the interests of the place. What else did you all say?
Speak the language.
Yeah, he can speak the
Know
language.
the history.
Knowing the history.
Knows the history.
That was it.
But yeah. So in my head, that doesn't make them part of the culture. It just makes them knowledgeable
About
of the culture.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they're living there actively thinking, like it would never make them like Italian. Like they could
they
never
have to
be
be born
Italian,
there
but
as
they could be
well?
part of the Italian culture. If they're in their community, they're a valid member of the community, like that. And do you get what I'm trying to say? Whatever they're doing, if he's over and he's a GP, yeah, he's a GP. He's here, he's there, he's in the community, he's helping, he helps, he's for philanthropy stuff. He speaks the language, he brings the food, he rested it there. He's of their culture. He'll never be Italian.
So the reason why I needed to stipulate that is because I've done it in reverse also. A white person coming into a Chinese person coming into black culture and speaking the slang, knowing the history. Yeah. I'm not going to say that, yep, he's part of our culture. Do you understand?
No, but because you haven't done it. What about the white brother who came here, look at the people that he's worked with and he's helped bring through the industry. Is he part of the culture?
What I'm saying is that he has helped the culture. He
Yeah,
likes
so-
our culture.
Yeah, so he's part of it.
No, like, I don't mind you having a different of opinion than me.
I'm
just
trying to work it
stating
out, yeah.
Yeah. He is coming. He's watched the culture and has hungered for it for a while.
Some
Right?
of the
He
youth-
sees
some of the
it's
youth
better.
some of the youth
than
that he brought
his.
through, some of the views that he's
You're
brought
not
through his
saying
platforms
anything.
are some of our
You're not
top
saying anything
boys
weird.
from our culture.
You're reeling off his accolades. You're reeling off his contributions to the culture. I'm hearing that. He could even do more than black people within that same culture.
So then he's of it then.
I wouldn't say he's of it. I would just say that he has helped.
Remember
within it.
when he looks in the mirror, he thinks he's more black than anything.
I
His mum, his auntie, woman
the
that raised
things that
him.
you're saying, again, that's when I say, all right, about the Jewish people that have been in our culture for the longest while, have created aspects of our culture that it's now exported worldwide. You saying that they're also part of our culture?
If
One thing has implications for the next, hence me being very particular with what I'm saying. We don't have to make it black and white. It doesn't mean that because they speak like us, they walk like us, they talk like us, they've been chilling with us, they know our history even more so than some of us. You don't have to then say they're part of our culture. You can find another phrasing. Do you understand? Find another phrasing.
Yeah, but if you've contributed it, and if you've contributed to the culture and impacted it, then why are you just trying to diminish that for? It's not just cosplaying. It's not just knowing the history and talking the lingo and wanting to be here. You have actively contributed to the culture that we digest and stuff like that. You've impacted it and contributed to it. Why are you diminishing that?
But even if it's for money.
I'm acknowledging.
So even if it's for money,
Yeah. Like it's just for them. It's just a business for them. Like the Jewish execs that do music and stuff like that. Some of them, because there's a video that went viral. I can't remember who the artist was, and the way he was talking to the guy was mad. But when people see him outside, because I remember it was a whole thing on Twitter, you would think that he's he's for the culture. But when you saw him in a private meeting berating the guy and talking about I made you and I can take it away, we're gonna finish it,
What
it's a
you
business
just
for them.
said for the culture. Use that phrasing.
Yeah,
Don't say
they're part of it.
part of the culture.
Okay,
Use that phrasing. I like that phrasing. We don't have to use one to encompass all of it. We don't. Because it's important for us to keep the authenticity of what the indigenous folk should be entitled to. Do you understand? Even though they don't do as much as the incomers. Because what I'm hearing you saying is that I'm diminishing 100%. It may sound like that to you, but I don't want it to be like that. That's why I said let's change the phraseology.
so there's no. So just quickly to ask, because I'm asking now. So basically, there's nobody that's not black that's a part of black British culture.
Run that by me again.
There a person that's not black. There's not a person that's not black that is a part of black British culture.
No, sorry.
I
They
would
may
say no.
be welcome. We may welcome them in for time. They are guests within, but I wouldn't call them they're part of the culture.
But even if they, okay.
Only because you're saying black British culture. Because you're saying black British culture. The prerequisite there for me is black.
Yeah, but you don't have to be black to input to affect black people.
No. That's why, like Ben saying, you can be for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, we appreciate that you're pushing our agenda and whatnot, but to be part of us, you know what I'm saying? Like, have equal say almost.
That's different. But equal say on what? Like, it's not like
Because you're British and I'm British and like everybody else in the country is British. We have equal say by voting. We may not be treated that way, but you know what I'm saying? But legally, we have equal say because we're equally British, right? But black British, two different things.
This is why we even fight to say, no, we're Nigerian, black British.
Precisely, yeah.
Do you understand? Because we understand, yeah, we're in Britain. That is a culture in itself. But let's talk about the subcategories under that because that matters most.
so. All that man, they're Radigan and that. They're just
Yeah?
you know David Radigan, big sound man.
No.
Look, he's for the culture. He's for the culture. he's for if he marries a black woman and this and next, and he has offspring that is, then cool, Black British culture. But his daddy will still be for the culture.
No, I'm with you. I hear you.
It's not me to diminish. That's not what I'm looking to do at all.
Yeah, no, I get the way you see things. I would say if someone's, like I said, I feel like if someone's here with us, living with us, contributing, impacting, they're part of the culture. If I'm aware of them, that's my culture. Why would I pretend that they're not a part of it? So what that if they've made enough impact or contributed enough to affect me, and I'm aware of it and I see it and it's a part of my life, they're there. Why am I going to pretend that they're not for?
Do you know what it is? I feel like I fully get what you're saying, but I feel like to me, if you're part of the culture, this sentence makes sense. I'm part of Black British culture. I'm Black British. You see what I'm saying? Like for me, that's how I'm seeing it. If I can't look at you and say you're Black British, then you're not part of the culture. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? You're for the culture and all that. Like this, there was this white woman, a French woman. Esther may know of her. She loved Yoruba culture. She went there, everything, died there. To this day, they actually remember her and venerate her to some degree. But she's not a Yoruba woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's part of Yoruba culture in that sense, like in the way you're saying. She's for the culture because she pushed everything more than people who are Yoruba people, right? But she's not a Yoruba. No matter what she does, she's not a Yoruba woman.
Okay, cool. She'll never be a Yoruba woman. But how can she not be part of the Yoruba culture after everything you just said about her?
Because she's for the culture though. Because
not just for it, she's part of it.
It's to me, it's down to how I define part of. And this is what I'm saying. Like for me to say you're part of, that sentence needs to make sense. If you're part of Black British culture, you are Black British. That's kind of how I'm seeing it. We may define it differently, but to me, that's how I'm making sense of it. If I can't say that you're Black British, then you're not part of this culture. You can't come here and nobody check your ID. You know what I'm saying?
But again, it's like what Gina said in the beginning. Like they put like it's all Black culture. Even if it's like we are the so there's bare people that are here. Like there's bare people that's part of our culture that's not going to be Black because of we are the tastemakers. Every know like. They want to see what's popular, whether it be foods, fashion, clothes, music, whatnot. And there's people that impact that are not going to be Black. How can they not be part of it?
This might not be the best analogy, yeah, but couldn't we kind of extrapolate this and use this to in the world of identity politics, where someone's like, okay, cool, I agree with the plight of these people. I'm even changing parts of my body to be part of these people. But many of us will say, you're not that. You know what I'm saying? You might be for this particular movement, but that's not what you are. You know, you wasn't born that way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the differences for me.
Okay, let me
Because
see if I can make this work.
if
Rachel Dolezal
will
never be a Black woman, innit?
Never.
What's her name?
Dolezal.
Yeah,
Same
something like
thing.
that.
But she was like, where was she? Wasn't she like president of the NAACP and all that? You know what I'm trying to say? So she'll never be a Black woman because she can't be. Even no matter what she was cosplaying or nothing like that. But she was president of the NCAA. She was impacting Black people's lives. She was and she was doing a good job. Yeah. Then she is a part of that culture. She's never going to be a Black woman because you just forget that. Forget saying that. She's never going to be a Black woman. She can't do nothing to be a Black woman. But she was a part of Black culture.
I think it's down to the language, just for people that's listening. NAACP, obviously, for those people. But what do you call it? You can use that same sort of argument for some of the Jewish people that helped in the formation of the NAACP. Are they part of the culture?
So they helped form.
Yeah.
And then now it's formed and it's done this thing, and now you want to fuck them off.
No, we're not.
We're
we're not saying go nowhere. We're just saying.
No, give credit where it's due. If they're part of it, whoever formed the NAACP thing is part of the culture. Yes, whoever formed it.
Yeah, that's so rude.
Whoever formed
Your
it.
take is very interesting because the people with the money are normally pushing through initiatives and programs for the underprivileged. Yeah. So all of them, all those programs, because they set it up, they are part of the culture, the Black culture.
If it's impacted enough that college kids they've that's if it's impacted your community and your culture enough, that like if it's then yes.
And in this example where I talk about the record execs, where they were pilfering
But not
over
all.
years
Yes,
and
the ones,
years
the
and
ones,
years.
Yeah, but there's ones who
No,
will
let
be
me finish my
infiltrated.
question. Let me finish my question.
Okay, go on then.
They're also part of the culture.
What ones with bad intentions in their heart that's just coming in and just rinsing money off, man? No, but I'm saying there's not all of them are the same because not
So you're
all of them
picking
are
and
Leo
choosing?
Cohen. Yeah, you're gonna pick and choose. Not all of them are Leo Cohen.
And this is what I'm saying. I'm picking and choosing. None of them are part of the culture. They're good contributors, not the record execs, by the way. Good contributors. But sorry.
Fair enough.
And that's my take.
Do you feel like there's certain things that supersede? So let's just say somebody does fit the criteria of race, for example, ethnicity. Are there certain things that supersede other things? Is it something that you can do to lose your you being part of the culture?
What, can we kick you out of the culture then?
Yeah. Is there certain things you could do? Or is it only you as an individual have to say, you know, I revoke this. I don't want to be a bloody this no more. I don't want to be Jamaican. I don't want to be Yoruba no more.
Can it be excommunicated?
Yeah.
Shunned.
I suppose if you let someone in and they're doing stuff that doesn't necessarily represent you anymore, you'd be like, we're gonna revoke your card, innit? Like your pass is gone.
Can you be revoked?
Can I be? I suppose if I done stuff worthy of it, I suppose. I don't know.
But then you look at let's look at R. Kelly, yeah, who obviously made a big contribution to our community in his
community.
No, music.
Yeah.
In his prime, yeah. But obviously now all this stuff has come out and like he's no longer part of the community.
But he is.
But that's what I'm saying.
No, but I feel like with R. Kelly, yeah, because at least he's black. Tim Westwood was out here doing the
that's his brethren.
doing the most and,
Part of the
and
culture.
whatnot.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously his name's because
Go ahead,
of what he's been through. You can't even say. It's hard for you to even say that name now. But
Who?
if he never
Robert.
done all, no Westwood.
Oh.
But if he never done all that stuff,
Robert.
I would 100% say Tim Westwood's part of the culture. Like 100,000,000%, I would.
Yeah, and
Well, now though, is he part of the,
Like,
would you
my
say
heart
part of the
breaks,
culture?
man.
No, because he's been revoked. he's been got kicked out. It's like what Emma was saying.
actually
Because he's been
revoked.
kicked out. No, he's done that. innit?
yeah.
He's
Things
done
like
that.
that, I shiver with things like that. I mean, like I said, it's because of the wording. Do you understand? I would say he's for the culture, 100%. But I didn't grow up with him.
That's fine, but he's got a platform there and he's done things that's impacted and contributed
100%.
and he's put on pure man. They're people from my things that like he's give us platforms to do. Enough little young black kids, he's impacted their life, help them make money, do things. So he's impacted the culture enough with his radio show. You know how much money he gets through prison.
He's for the culture.
Yes, and I'm just saying it's impacted and contributed enough to say that Tim Westwood is part of the culture. Yes, before he whatever he done. Yes, he is.
I think he's part of that music heritage.
But it's the same fish shit.
You know, you keep doing that because we are the ones who are creating that song. You're just saying, "All right, cool, you're in now."
It's the same shit.
I
You're
don't
trying to
think
just
so.
okay, but you know
I
what?
don't think
It's
so.
opinions. We've got different ones. That's fair enough. But yeah, before because like I said, his name's mudded in it, so it's disgusting. So to even say it, you're always going to get pushback. But before that, I would 100% say yes, he is.
Question: how about like a rock star?
Oh,
Post Malone.
Yeah. Where is he? Who is he now? Tell me. What?
Have you seen him?
I have. I'm asking
He's
the question.
white,
I'm
innit?
asking the question.
Yeah, he's white. Yeah.
That's why I'm asking the question. Is he still part of the culture?
I've never seen Post Malone like that.
Like what?
Part of the culture. He didn't move the needle enough. He didn't impact. He
Goodness.
didn't do enough. I don't know. Maybe you liked it. Maybe you was a Post Malone fan like that. But
I wasn't a big fan, but
I've
I was a
heard
big
his
fan.
I've heard his songs, but I've never.
He was making a hella black music.
I mean, yeah, but I never look at Post Malone. They didn't. And like I said, I feel like you have to contribute or impact enough. And for me, whatever he done didn't move the needle. I've never looked at Post Malone like that. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough. Maybe it's because he didn't touch you.
yeah, I didn't look at Post Malone like that. Someone like Pink. Pink came in.
I'm done.
I guess it's a
because
better
I
question.
loved her.
How about
Pink
how about that?
came in. We thought.
Yeah,
we
we
was
thought
looking
she
at. We were
was
trying to tell.
black.
We were trying to say she was quarter caste and thing.
Quarter
We
caste,
was.
literally.
We was moving crazy
No.
for Pink.
I
We
was
thought.
fighting that.
We
because
was fighting for Pink
No, we
strong.
was.
She came in, infiltrated, and then said, "Actually, let me show you who I really,
Who I really am. But then it made sense because obviously that's not who she wanted to be though. She got forced. That's her way to get into music.
So I like how you use the word infiltrated there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see all of them as infiltrators.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and then the blacks make them feel as though they don't need to see themselves as infiltrators anymore, and they get comfortable.
Do you feel like it's possible for someone, like you're saying, Mark, to come in, appear to be coming from an external culture, be part of the culture, be so influential to change up the things within the culture, bring some of their people, and eventually redefine what the culture is?
Of course.
You say someone can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose if you're influential and impactful enough, then I suppose you probably could, innit? Depending on what it is.
So Black British culture is essentially one day, theoretically.
And that's why I was going on to that. If we let this be the baseline, that could be 25 years. We now have half whites and half blacks, and all of it you're seeing as black culture.
British culture.
100%.
Yeah.
Because the criteria that you allow entrance and stay, a whole set of white people could basically qualify.
I mean, you say that, but you're going through it. Like I said, I feel like you need to contribute an impact, and not a lot. It's not like bare of them. It's not like loads of people that actually do that. If that
They've
makes
already
sense.
started.
At the
Each
moment.
time it is that
Is
you
it at the
have
moment?
a rap concert, every single time you have who is in the audience?
White people.
They've been contributing.
What, going to the concert? I'm not calling going to the concert contributing.
Wait. I thought you said it was about putting in.
Yeah, but when in my mind, when I'm saying that, I'm not talking about tagging along. I'm not
What
talking
else
about
are you
going to
talking
the
about?
concert. I'm talking
Having
about
black friends?
No, I'm talking about doing things that's
Like,
impacting people's life, helping people and stuff, like doing serious things. And obviously going to people's concerts is giving them money and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm not in my mind, I'm not thinking of that.
But let me ask you a question, because you said in like doing things and impacting people's lives, yeah? So like you said RD, how is he impacting black people's lives?
Not in any...
Because you then also said, oh, he's got black bedrooms. So how does he...
He's making them dance.
How is he how is he contributing to the black community to be part of our culture? Because he makes drill music.
Yeah, it's just musically, just saying. I've seen enough people go off and turn off when the song comes off. I've seen enough people go crazy and turn up. It's part of it. It contributes to your Saturday night when you're going out and you know what I'm trying to say, and you're turning up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, it's part of it.
I just remembered he said Adiola joined a role with a geezer. Even he don't even see himself as a Negro. He said geezer.
Exactly.
Is that what he is?
But do you know what? That's what I like about him, though.
I like him. He's really
true
good
to who
vibes.
he is.
His energy on stage is sick as well. He's really good vibes. I like Audi.
all right. I think we can kind of wrap it up there, man.
All right, let's get into our next headlines.
All right, so our next headline, trigger warning this, guys. At least 19 people have been injured, including 3 children, after a car struck a crowd of people waiting at a tram stop in Poland. The car then collided with 3 other vehicles as the driver tried to flee, according to police. The crash occurred at a busy crossroads around 4 p.m. local time at the start of the rush hour. On social media, videos purported to be the aftermath of the incident showed people lying in the road. The driver of the car was a 33-year-old local man who left the scene but was arrested soon after. A police spokesman, Paweł Pankał, said that there was no suspicion of terrorism, but didn't give any other details. Next headline, and police have said, trigger warning, guys. Police have said that a woman arrested on suspicion of the murders of 3 children at a home in Bristol has been detained under the Mental Health Act. The 42-year-old is still being treated for non-life-threatening injuries after being arrested following the isolated incident in Blaze Walk in the early hours of Sunday on the 18th of February. The 3 siblings died from knife injuries, according to post-mortem examinations that were carried out last week. The Chief Inspector, Vix Hayward Mellon, added that we know the public are still trying to come to terms with this awful tragedy, and the community remains together and united in their grief over the heartbreaking deaths of Faraz, Jory, and Mohammed. And our last headline, trigger warning on this as well. This takes us to the continent, where the United Nations Human Rights Chief has said that the apparent deliberate denial of safe access, for humanitarian agencies within war-torn Sudan could amount to a war crime. So the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, was speaking on Friday and said, Sudan has become a living nightmare. Almost half of the population, 25 million people, are in urgent need of food and medical aid. Some 80% of hospitals have been put out of service. The paramilitary Rapid Support Forces has been fighting Sudan's army for control of the country since April of last year in a war that has killed thousands, displaced millions inside and outside of the country, and sparked warnings of famine. Aid supplies have been looted and humanitarian workers attacked, while international agencies and NGOs have complained about bureaucratic obstacles to get into the army-controlled hub of Port Sudan to get humanitarian assistance into the country. Since last April, 60 incidents of conflict-related sexual violence have been documented, involving at least 120 victims across the country, the vast majority women and girls. These figures are sadly a vast underrepresentation of the reality. Praying for those people back home. And that's it for the headlines, guys. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get in some word on road. All right, people. Trigger warning on the first one: child abuse, child pornography, that disgustingness. So there's an actor, right, that was on CBBC, and he's very young. Very young. He's 21 years old, right? And his name's Daniel Frogson, and he's basically been sentenced for viewing child abuse images. Proper crazy. And he started viewing these images when he was 17 years old. Very, very mad. So yeah, they're saying that the offences were committed between 1st of December 2019 and the 13th of January. But he's pleaded guilty to 4 charges. And the charges are making 165 Category A indecent photographs of children, making 88 Category B incident, making 592 Category C indecent photographs of children of a child, and possessing 3 prohibited images of a child. That is so horrible. So sick. That is just sickening. And then he was even nominated for like a children's BAFTA. Proper mad. But he was in a show called Joe All Alone in 2018. That's why he got a nomination for the BAFTA for. Yeah, man, it's just mad. Don't know how much time he's gonna get yet, but this country is not strict enough on these things, so probably get 5 years. Come on too.
Can I just add one thing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This was going to be a potential topic of the day, like walk or joke sort of thing, right? But I think I'll just mention it linked to that. And this is about how the government are thinking of ways to regulate like pornography and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
Because with the rise of AI, I think we kind of touched on this maybe like in passing.
Mm-hmm.
People can just create these images like anything.
Really?
I'm telling you. You can go to ChatGPT, one of the higher tiers, type in, give me a picture of a black man standing outside of a post office. You'll get a picture of a black man standing outside the post office.
So then what would the law for that be? Because it's not quote unquote real children.
This is it. This is what's making it so crazy. This is what they're discussing. I've had this tab open for ages. I was going to bring it, but I just thought it's so disgusting.
That's sickening. Imagine having so much, technology. That's what people want to use it for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What are you saying? So they're doing the fuckery on AI?
Yeah.
So because it's not real children, they're not going to get...
No, they're basically saying, they're preempting that. They're preempting that and basically saying people can do this.
So what's the law going to be for if they do it? Throw them in jail, man, because it's still the same motive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For no extra time, actually.
In fact, let me just read it quickly. So the public, adult performers and law enforcement are being invited to answer a questionnaire on the impact of pornography. It will be used in a review of the industry that will make recommendations to the government. So questions will include the effect of porno relationships, mental health and attitudes towards women and girls. But a trade association for the adult industry has said that it seemed a pretext for greater censorship. Can you imagine? Right? The review will also look at how AI and virtual reality are changing how pornography is made and consumed. There's concern about the ability of AI to generate child abuse images and non-consensual pornographic images. In December, the government announced that Conservative peer Baroness Burton, who used to work at Down the Street, would lead an independent pornography review. The study is going to be examining abuse, exploitation, trafficking in the pornography industry, its impact on viewers as a way to bolster the law enforcement to help tackle illegal pornographic content. So yeah, at the moment, there's nothing really that kind of encompasses all of that AI can kind of produce. So yeah, they're scared, and rightfully so, man. Because we definitely know these animals out there will definitely take advantage of this.
They would, 100%.
Because you could do it anytime you want.
That's
It's
sickening,
crazy.
man.
It's crazy. But yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. That's sickening, man. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much time that he gets. In very sad news, a Nollywood legend has passed away, man. Very, very sad. We talked about him the other day, actually. His name's John Okafor, but he's known as Mr Ibu because I didn't. John Okafor, sorry. Know him as who we know him as. He passed away. He's age 62. Iman talked about him the other day on. No, it wasn't Word and Word. I think it was People's Journal or something.
Yeah.
About so basically, he got his leg. His leg was amputated last year. And there was a GoFundMe that his fans had contributed to and whatnot. And then his kids, his son, and then his adopted daughter were arrested on suspicion of hacking into his phone and stealing about £47,800 from the GoFundMe. They were arrested in January, and they're due in court next week, actually, interestingly enough. But yeah, so that's been the thing that's happened to him, but he's been dealing with, he's got like 13 children. But yeah, man, sadly he passed away on Saturday. Very, very sad. Apparently what is being reported is that he suffered a cardiac arrest. But he's been very unwell for a while now. It's sad, man. He's a legend. Like, I remember him and Papa from the duo.
Father and son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they always play father, and they were so good and so great at it. Like, they were just so sick at it. But R.I.P. to him, man. Yeah. Proper legend. Like, very, very sad news. And he's young as well, 62. That's mad.
Sad.
That's why I keep telling people to stop talking about you're old. Because when people pass away, no one's ever saying, oh, they've lived enough. You know, that's enough. You can get out of here. So don't be hard on yourself about your ages. You know who I really like in this world, yeah? Terrence Howard. Lucius Lyon. Because sometimes when you look at the roles that he plays, he's not acting. He is himself. This man owes $1 million, yeah, in back taxes, yeah. Do you know his reason for not paying it? He left a voicemail to his case handler at the American HMRC, right? And do you know what he said? He said it is immoral to be taxing descendants of slaves. He actually said it in a voice. I'm going to read the transcript to you, right? So he owes between the back taxes, fines, penalties, whatever, he owes the people them $1 million, right? And he called them, whatnot, didn't get through to the person, tried to leave a voicemail. The voicemail cut off. He rang back to finish his thoughts. But basically what he said was, 400 years of forced labor and never receiving any compensation for it. Now you have the gall to try and prosecute and charge taxes to the descendants of a broken people that you are responsible for causing the breakage. Phone cuts off. He called back. In truth, the entire United States should by default become the property of the descendants of slaves. But since you do not have the ability or the courage to do it, let's try this in court. We're going to bring you down. I know his lawyer's thinking, gosh, why did you have to do this? But anyways, that's his predicament. That's where he's at, man. I really like him, man. He's such a mood. But yeah, basically, he owes like 1 million. I get why, because obviously with us, our taxes get, well, sometimes your taxes can get, taken. But I get why, like, you always hear stories about American artists and whatnot owing money in taxes because, what do you mean I've got this Netflix deal and half of it goes to you? What do you mean? You weren't in the office with me when I was fighting for $50 million, $50 million, and now you're telling me you get 25, and then my manager, big one manager, but now my manager's getting 40%, and then I've got this. By the end of it, I've got 100K.
I see a breakdown of Jalen Brand, I don't know, he signed a massive contract. I think they said he was on about 60 million a year or something like that.
Brent is freezing.
And by the time he finishes, he's on, it's 24.
5 million.
It's 24.
Do you know how mad that is?
22 of it goes to the government. Then like 6 of it
I'm
goes.
sickened, man.
6 of it goes to the state.
But you know what's mad? They make them pay for healthcare.
Yeah, there's
Do
a
you know what I
healthcare.
mean?
There's a healthcare.
Because
thing.
I feel like the government gets away with murder here because we say, oh, we've got NHS, we've got NHS, we've got NHS. They don't even have that. And then they're suffering racism, police chasing them down the high street every other day.
Imagine 60 million, and by the end of the year, you're left with 24.
And you know what's mad about stuff like that is that the media reported like, oh my gosh, it's a world-breaking deal he signed.
Yeah.
It's not breaking.
No, but you know what? That's when you have to play them at their own game. That's why you can't use your own money. That's why you just have to borrow and lend everything. You get what I'm trying to say? When you got that 60 million that you're never going to see, but you can put that against so much because you get what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
So you just take. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, until
And
you
they
die.
get it back.
Yeah, they never give it back ever. You're supposed to take in abundance. That's what you're supposed to do with these people.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. Obviously, it's all hypothetical entertainment, all that kind of crap. We will start saying this financial advice. But yeah, man. So big up Terrence Howard there. I really like him, man. I just think he's such a mood. Like every time I see stuff about him, I just realize this man doesn't play Lucius like he actually is. Like he's always playing a character in something in real life. Speaking of Empire and whatnot, Jussie Smollett. This is an interesting question I have for you guys actually. So basically, he did 5 months in rehab for like substance and whatnot, blah blah, and apparently he is planning to come back to Hollywood. This is the thing. So people were basically in the comments debating whether or not he should be able to come back to Hollywood.
Was he
I
actually
say
in Hollywood?
he does. Huh?
So Empire's Hollywood?
100%.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
That's where
I
Terrence
think so.
Howard
Is TV Hollywood?
No, but that's the
Oh,
thing.
is it
Well,
not?
actually, yeah, TV is Hollywood. 'Cause that's where the studios are there. And stuff,
I
innit?
didn't. This might sound like a dumb question.
Well,
but I
he's
didn't
Hollywood
know that.
royalty though.
No, but
for
you
his
know
family.
what? I feel like I'm almost with you. Is TV Hollywood?
Yeah.
I
Because
didn't
that's
think
how
it
you
was
get movies and all that kind of
because
stuff as well.
also,
What do you guys
I
think
don't
Hollywood
see
is?
him as Hollywood
Movies
because
and things. Like if you're in the
and,
movies.
and like big level because okay,
Kevin Hart had a whole show called Real Husbands of Hollywood.
no, because for
And
me
they were in Hollywood Boulevard.
no, but I
It's
know
an
what
area, like,
it's
they
an
live there,
area.
they
Like I
live
know
there,
what I
innit?
mean. Like
Yeah, but-
you even live in West Hollywood.
Okay,
Or,
think
like,
about
I get
it.
it, but I'm just
Do you
saying
guys know the
like
show Modern Family?
no,
Do you know Big Bang Theory?
yeah.
You don't think that any of them are Hollywood? 13 seasons.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So like friends
Millions and
them
millions
lot.
of friends. Yeah, friends. You don't think friends are Hollywood?
Well, they got stars. They got to put on the stars in the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Exactly. But people get stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for doing just TV shows.
I
Yeah,
get,
no, that's what I'm
I get
agreeing.
that.
So I'm saying, yeah, that makes sense then.
But it's because, no disrespect, it's Empire. And number two,
This is the problem.
yeah, it is.
This is part of the problem.
I'm the problem, that's fine.
This is part of the problem.
But the reason why I say that is because of his role in Empire.
Mm-hmm.
If you were talking to me about Terrence Howard and Taraji P, because their catalogue is so vast and
extensive, yeah.
big, I definitely see them as Hollywood. You're coming to now tell me that Boo Boo Kitty is Hollywood.
No, but wait. No,
How?
but wait. No, but she is because she's on that Amazon Prime show with what's that thing called with Megan Good.
Oh,
They've got a whole
the
new
girlfriends
season.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so with him, his family are actually royalty in Hollywood, which is what made what he did so embarrassing. Had he not tried to be the gay Tupac, he would be Hollywood. He would have got hella opportunities after that situation. He just sabotaged himself. He wanted to propel himself to be the next
gay Tupac.
Malcolm. He literally said, he didn't even say, I want to be. He was on stage and said, I'm the gay Tupac. Dropped mic, flapped his coat on out of there. Anyway, bring the guy back to Hollywood. That's where I'm going with this story. I think he does deserve a chance because hella pedophiles are chilling up in Hollywood. He lied a little. it was a little lie. It was he was acting that went out of, our control. I think he should be allowed to come back, man.
I think Hollywood's a state of mind and status, to be honest, because you have these late night TV hosts. 100% the Hollywood.
David Letterman and them on there.
100%. 100%. I think it's just a status thing.
Can I be honest? It's just because it's him, I feel like if it was anybody
Yeah, it's
else,
just-
I wouldn't
yeah.
think that. It's just because it's literally him.
I know, that's how I'm trying to advocate for him a little bit. Obviously, I don't like a liar, but...
Because Hakeem, again, if you had this conversation
Oh
with
no,
me about,
he went
about,
outside.
about Hakeem from that show, again, I'd have the same argument with you.
No, but he went outside though.
One of the brothers in the show.
He was one of the brothers. What's his name again? What's his name? Something Grey, I think. Let me see. Empire. Sorry, guys.
Like, he was doing all
Empire.
right. Like when
No,
like,
but
the
he
new
went. He had a
edition-
whole. He's in prison or something like that.
Oh my God.
I think it's. Oh yeah, Bryce
My
Grey.
legs are killing me.
Did you go to gym or something?
Like some CrossFit thing or something.
Oh yeah, it's a lot. It'd be like that.
I like that feeling. It means that you actually did something.
Oh, I love the gym. I love gym pain so much. I love it. I love when I'm in my sleep and I can feel the pain.
Not the first 2 weeks of it. The first couple of weeks of it, like, of getting back into it is not. It's not nice.
I love
like
it.
you learn to love the pain. You learn to embrace the pain when you like.
I feel like
in the
it's a badge
gym
of
and-
honor, having the pain.
you know, like you say, you feel like you know you've done work and whatnot. But that initial like foray back into it is not necessarily very nice. Like with all the DOMs and all that kind of stuff. Like it's not.
Love it.
It's not.
I love
It'll
it
make you think,
so much.
Like you understand, okay, cool, I got to work through this. Once I work through this kind of thing. But when you actually do it, it makes you think, why am I doing it? Like,
If I could
this?
buy it on the shelf and put it on once in a while, I would.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're taking it too far.
I really like the pain. I really like the pain, you know.
Okay.
It's very weird. It's a
Love that
really
for
nice
you.
pain. I really enjoy it. Anyway,
Sorry.
it's the only pain I like that. I don't like suffering. So yeah, big up Jussie. No, not big up him, but I think he should be allowed to come back. I think people have done worse things in Hollywood, and they're there. So right, Risa Tisa. This is the lady who was with a man nicknamed Legion, and the whole thing. That guy was really Legion for real. But anyway, basically they were reporting it on the Breakfast Club, right? Which obviously just hilarious is on there, wherever. So when Jess was talking about the story, she was like, "Oh, there's this woman that's gone viral." Da 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 da. Charlemagne said, "This sounds like big back behavior." I understand where he meant, but he didn't know what this woman looks like, whatever. Then Jess said, "To be fair, she do got a big back."
No, she said she looks like Thingy from
She said,
Why
like
Did I Get
Shirley
Ma-
walking up.
and Why Did I Get
Walking up the
Married?
hill. Yeah, I love the dynamic. So he was like, this giving like big back behavior, and she's like, yeah, she does give Shirley walking up the mountain energy and whatnot. So that happened, right? It was there, it was done, cool. It was passing comment, whatever. T.S. Madison now decided to go on her show and inherit big back insult. Obviously, she's big backed. So she decided that she was going to take offense for what Charlemagne said. And then she started cussing Charlemagne and whatever. Then Jess reported on it. But Charlemagne was like, yeah, but I didn't call her big back. I didn't even know who you're talking about. I didn't know what the woman looked like. I just said this is giving big back behavior. I didn't know what the woman looks like. I don't know if she's got big back or whatever it is. And then he was like, so why has T.S. Madison decided to insert herself? And then, yeah, because she said something like, oh, about seeing Charlemagne and punching him or something like that. I kind of like wanted to fight him. So he was like, why are we taking it to assault from a comment that he just made? Like, I don't get it. So obviously now, because she's inserted herself, I think that's how Risa Tisa now is now aware that Charlemagne had called her a big back. So she was on Tamron Hall's show, and then Tamron was asking her what's been the most difficult thing about like her sharing her story and stuff like that. And it was very sad because she was like, how people are saying that. So basically, the guy lied and said he was a VP of a company, right? But some people in the comments saying that if you look like that, why on earth do you think you can bag a VP kind of thing? People are so mean. So mean. So she was saying that was one of the things that hurt her, basically. That was mean to hear. And then she also said that there was a massive personality that went on and called her a big back. But Breakfast Club is so unstaged because, you know, they had like a whole segment, where they're basically trying to find a nicer way of calling people big backs. It was so funny. And then they were like, oh, we've got a resident big back. And the guy came on camera and he really is. But he's like, he owns his big backness, if that makes sense.
Who's this? The girl?
No, that's T.S. Madison. No, this is T.S. Madison. She's a thingy. She's like a radio personality. It's the whole thing. Who's the one I was thinking about her neck and her back and a crack? What's her name again?
Kia.
Yeah, so she and Kia used to have a show. Then they fell out. It's coming out Queen's Court or something like that. She's a transgender woman.
Oh, so it's before and after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. So that was her before, and then that's her now.
Okay.
And I think she's like on Beyonce's album, something like that. Anyway,
That's
but anyways,
crazy, you know.
so that's T.S. Madison. She's the one who then inherited the big back comment, and I think she's the one who brought light to it. But anyways, cut long story short, I'm sure. Hopefully, Charlemagne does. Not in my segment.
Don't
Not in my segment.
Please
Not in
don't
my
do
segment.
it.
Yeah, not in my segment. But anyways, so that's what happened over there. And then remember last week I talked about Marcel's wife allegedly.
Yes.
So you guys can let me know actually, right? Because I know what I'd rather do. Sorry. Okay. So basically, remember last week I told you that she was out here. He's like, oh, Maggie said Charlemagne was rude. Was his wife giving big back behavior for taking him back for multiple cheating? His comment was mean. Yeah, his wife will probably, I don't know.
Stop
the
that,
thing is-
man.
no.
It is mean.
Stop.
No.
Let's
It
be
is
honest,
mean to
let's
say
be
someone's big back.
honest, yeah.
It's mean. It is mean.
No, let me tell you why it's mean, yeah.
'Cause it's not nice.
Forget he didn't know what it looks like. When he's hearing the story, he's basically saying, this sounds like a woman who's fat.
Yeah.
And because
And
she's
because she's
fat,
fat, she
that's why she's in
deserves
this
that.
position.
It's not nice.
That's clearly what he's saying. Cut
It's
the
not
crap.
nice.
That's
It's
what
not nice.
that's
It's
what
not
he's
nice.
saying.
No,
Like
I'm agreeing. It's
No,
not
so
nice.
everyone trying to
Laughing
say,
too
oh,
hard.
why is he getting smoke? This is why you're getting smoke, because you tried to
Yeah.
throw shade and you thought
Yeah.
no one's gonna get onto you for it. So just take the L and shut the
What
fuck
I
up.
think, because
that's
yeah,
it. It's like
I agree with that. It's rude.
Hey,
It
all
was
the
rude.
extra stuff is. I don't get why
Yeah.
everyone's so like, oh my gosh, that's not what we said. You said what you said. Claim it with your chest.
But
you
my
wanted
thing
to
was
throw
though-
shade.
My thing is
he
though.
didn't even claim it. That's why I was disappointed.
That's why he's a
No,
pussy.
but wait.
Because you knew what
No,
you
but
were
wait
doing.
for it.
And he saw her. He
No, but
definitely saw her.
No, he didn't. I don't think he
Oh
did.
my goodness.
I don't think he did.
Everybody was
Charlemagne
talking about
has
it.
never had any reason to tell you that he did not see something that he saw. If he saw, he would have been like, yeah, like that's why. I did it. Like, I feel like he would have had more vim than just say it just sounds like big back behavior.
His old self was creeping in. 100%.
No, because he would have done that and then given like a mental health quote.
Did you
I'm telling
listen to
you.
his episode with Andrew Schultz talking about this?
No, I didn't know.
did.
Okay, fair
He
enough.
definitely knew. And Andrew knew that he knew.
Oh, is it?
100%.
Fair enough. But
And
my
he's like,
thing was that,
"You
do you know
sure
what it
you
is?
listened?"
I think it's a mean comment to make, but what I did not like was how T.S. Madison inserted herself. I feel like Charlemagne cussed Risa Tisa. I think she should have said oh, what Charlemagne said was not nice, I don't think that you should take it on as if he called you, Madison, big back, because he wasn't talking about you. And I don't like when people come and insert themselves in someone else's moment. It was Risa Tisa's moment. It was Risa Tisa's insult. You can back her without making it all about you. And I don't like the fact that she made it all about her. But Charlemagne, it was a mean thing to say. And I think all the comments like that, when you try to bring someone down, in the same breath you're saying, even without saying it, that the reason why she got treated the way she treated and blah, 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 was because she's fat, or because she's ugly, or because she's this, or because she's that. And that's not a nice thing to say, because anybody can get it. Marcel got it. And I'm about to report on that. So, Love Island, Marcel, whatnot. Who was it? One of the Ray Shermans, one of them.
Slim Jim.
Slim Jim, that's it, thank you very much. His girl, well, not even his girl, his child's mother, they're not even together.
They're married.
No, Slim Jim's
Nah,
baby
this
mum.
is-
Oh, sorry.
No, not Marcel.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, Lil Jim, Lil Slim, what was it?
Slim Jimmy,
Slim
innit?
Jim. I said
He's
Lil
the,
Slim, Lil
he's the
Slim Jim.
non-famous one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the bait one. It's the other one.
Yeah. God, I know he's got more than I know him. But him, basically, his child's mother decided to blow up Rebecca's sexting her ex, essentially. But I think what she said is because Rebecca was trying to be friends with her, so she feels like it's a violation. Okay, we'll play along. But anyway, cut long story short, Rebecca then released a statement over the weekend. And she said, by now, most of you would have seen what's going on. I've made a huge mistake. I've embarrassed not only my husband, but myself and both our families. My actions were foolish and have hurt so many people around us, but most importantly, my husband. I've said a lot of things that I shouldn't have, and it was stupid of me, so I wouldn't sit here and justify my actions. Those decisions should have never been made. I want to publicly apologize to my Marcel, just as loudly as the rest of the noise, for all the hurt, embarrassment, and pain I have put him through. There is nothing and no one in the world that comes before you and our family. No one who could ever compare. I love you beyond measure, with no doubts, with no question. You are my beginning and my end, my forever love.
Esther,
Hey,
stop.
wait,
No,
wait.
you need to stop.
Everyone calm down.
How can she even do
Can
that?
I finish?
I'll
Can I
smash
finish?
her phone up.
Can
you
I
know.
finish?
No, you can't.
I'll
You are my
smash her
beginning
phone.
and my end. You are my beginning and my end. My forever love. I love you.
She's taking the piss.
That was well written, to be honest.
She's taking the piss.
Wasn't it, bro?
By an
that's
artist.
me.
Maybe he wrote
Couldn't
it.
be my partner though.
If you
Could
could
not
put
be- Are you
on a
sick?
story
Imagine.
post.
Are you sick?
Imagine.
Talking more
Do
business.
you know what I hate? Let me tell you. Let me tell you how
smash your
bad I am
phone up.
about stuff like this. Yeah, you know when couples get like, you know when couples get engaged or they're celebrating an anniversary or like a birthday or whatever it is, whatever crap they're celebrating, yeah, and they come and talk about
She said
we've
crap.
been through ups and downs. How dare you tell people I stayed after you cheated? How dare you tell people I've been here through ups and downs? Then she came and did all of this. Oh. If I was myself, I wasn't going to leave if I'm leaving because of this. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Can I be honest, yeah?
Ugh. The ghetto.
She's doing that whole love bombing thing publicly. So like you're gonna secretly feel bad, or
But she
like,
got cooked though.
people
Oh,
can
she
be
got
like,
cooked bad.
oh, you know what? She
did apologize.
Can I be honest? Yeah, her apology is so insincere.
You think
Like
so?
100%, Esther.
She said you're my
man.
beginning, you're my end.
No, Esther is so insincere. There's nothing. Read it again and let me dissect it line by line.
Don't read it.
No. Say the first line.
I'm gonna throw up.
Say the first line.
First line's not a good one. It's not a good reference though.
Go on, say the first line. What's the first line?
By now, most of you would have seen what's going on.
Okay, fine. Continue.
All right, let me do the second paragraph. My actions were foolish and I've hurt so many people around us, but most importantly, my husband.
Okay, cool. So did you not remember? Because this is the thing, right? This isn't a one-off thing. Like you continuously kept texting my man. You even sent him a nude in your marital bedroom. Like the level of disrespect
It's mad.
is beyond the size of this room, yeah? And the only reason why you're doing this is because you got caught. Because I can bet my life on it. If my girl didn't expose you, you would still be doing all this stuff to my man. So it's only because you got caught. So take your apology and you see your anus, shove it right up there. Like, no. No. No.
Yeah, man.
No. Because it's making me sick. And I would get someone to rush her because I'm not here for men beating up women. So I'm not telling Marcel to hit her, yeah. But I swear he needs to get his female cousins or someone to rush her because, nah, I'm so sorry. What?
Yeah, man. I think embarrassing your partner like that. Sorry,
And she's still embarrassing him by all this talk. Just stop talking.
But that's the
because
thing.
you're making it worse.
I just hate pop. I feel like, I just think as a couple, I don't understand when you're going through something and then you're having to do like public statements and whatever. Hell no. Do what Beyonce did.
Like, you know what? Do you know what for me? Yeah, because I know men also like men have pride and ego in it.
Yeah, she got Solange to beat him up first though. But you see in the lift, she just sat there. She couldn't
But
see
also,
nothing. And she made an album about it.
Beyonce's level of this, they didn't allow us into their level of, like, we don't know.
We didn't even know. We don't know who Becky with the good hair is.
She leaked it in her freaking album how many years later. That's how we were privy to what was going on.
And then he said in his album,
do you see what
how
I
many
mean?
years later?
They took control of that, and it was respectful. But you see what's happening, do you know what it is with me? I don't like disrespect. It's one thing that literally gets my blood.
No, that's it, yeah.
I see red when it comes to disrespect, and because I'm not a disrespectful person. So for you to be doing that, there's nothing you can say to say that you don't respect me. You don't respect me as your man, like as your husband. You never have.
Yeah,
Like
man.
Let me stop. Sorry.
There's nah, man. It just couldn't. I'm sorry.
I can't,
Respectfully.
man.
You can stop embarrassing your partners. Stop embarrassing each other online. Stop talking about you've been through ups and downs. No one needs to know that, okay? No one needs to know that you've been acting a fool all up in your relationship and whatnot. Ugh, I hate ups and downs.
Whoever
Hate it.
whoever her friends are need to take her phone off her and get her to stay
I
off
was thinking though, like,
stay off the freaking internet
no, but
because
something
she's
like that,
actually making it worse.
Do you tell your partner I'm about to post, by the way, or do you just do it and surprise them?
No, I don't think
Because she didn't tag him, so
they don't follow each other even, apparently.
yes, I'm like, so who you doing it for?
The public.
Because if God forbid my partner did that, you have to at least let me know so I can report your account before you get to post it. Hell no. Anyway, really, really good news and really good vibes. Ray had a great time at the Brits Awards. She swept up 6 awards. Absolutely sick for her, my 21st Century Blues. And she actually made history. Like, made history. She's the artist with the most Brit Awards in a single year. So she got an award for British Album of the Year, British Artist of the Year, New Artist, Song of the Year for her song Escapism, R&B Act, and Songwriter of the Year. So big up Ray, man. She had a great night. That is absolutely amazing.
She's a sick artist, though.
And then she
I'm
posted.
happy for her, man.
Very happy for her.
I
So
don't
she,
even know that girl, but
I know.
when
but
she was crying,
really
remember
good
she was
vibes.
crying online, like, she was
yeah.
the labels and all this stuff. I swear we even reported it on there
we did.
one time.
Yeah,
or that.
because her label was saying to her basically, 'cause I saw Chucky actually tweeted something about her label basically told her like it's like halftime and your 6-0. And then Chucky was like, well, I wonder what the score is now. So and she's independent. Sick.
No, that's one of the ones where like You know, like you just don't know someone, but you're just so happy for them. Like.
I'm so happy for
it's
her.
Mad.
Because she tweeted as well in 2020, since I was 14 years old, I have dreamed of winning a Brit Award. I'm praying one day I get lucky enough and I can quote this. I can quote tweet this tweet with a picture of this moment. And she did it, man. 6 Brit Awards. So she quote tweeted and said, 6 Brits and Album of the Year. Please, just thank you. And she also had her grandma on the stage. I think her grandma's name is Agatha, I think she is called, sorry. And it was really, really sweet. It was a really, really sweet moment. Big up Raymond. I'm so happy for her. So happy for her. On the topic of Marcel's Rebecca Sheen and apologising publicly, Maggie says her apology is the same level as Offset to Cardi. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on that. That was the most. I would have been. I honestly why Cardi was fuming.
No, but Offset, that's not the same level. Offset he went above and beyond.
No, but that's even worse because basically it was the first time I think a female rapper was going to headline that show, right? So she was making history. Then he interrupted her set.
And stole her moment.
And then brought in this whole, like, flowers that spelt out, I'm sorry. In my moment, my monumental moment. And then you're standing like one egg, like one loser, talking about you're sorry. And then only to then go down anyway, 5 years later, you're still doing the same cheating. Anyway, Cardi's back there. That being said, big up Bardi gang. Love Cardi. They can never make me hate her. But yeah, nah, man, you can't be, all that kind of stuff, I'm not here for it. Ugh, I'm not here for it. Don't even tell your friends you cheated on me. Because, gosh, they can't come into this house anymore. Anyway, all that being said, that's it. Let's get into People's Journal.
All right, people. Welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. There isn't much to talk about, to be fair. The first thing is just pretty much speculation about what Jeremy Hunt, the Chancellor, will be doing come the next budget. Currently, spending is due to rise like 1% above inflation after next year. However, if he was to cut this is why people are thinking about the various ways in which he could be able to cut spending in order to reduce taxes. If he was to cut it by 0.75% above inflation, this would raise for the government £5 to £6 billion. You know what I'm saying? So people are saying, okay, he could potentially go that route, this, that, and the third. But again, all of this is kind of speculation based on a few interviews that you're doing here and all over the place. But obviously, come the budget, we'll be able to give you a bit more information. And I'll let you know what's good. Next thing I wanted to say, some bad news for those who take trains, pardon me. Apparently, the prices are going to be increased, man.
I thought it froze them.
Well, that's TfL, so that's London. Because Khan was basically promising to freeze it, like you said, to I believe next year. But what they're saying is just railway travel, I guess, across the country, in England and Wales, it's going to be up by 5%, despite all the poor performances of these bloody companies, the cancellations and delays and things of that nature. A lot of critics are, arguing that passengers are being punished, man. Based on all this nonsense what's going on, and obviously they're passing over the costs to the passengers and increasing the wages, all of this back and forth, basically. And yeah, people obviously are rightfully upset. But yeah, at the moment, regulated rail fares in England and Wales have been capped at 4.9%. So again, obviously we'll see what happens. But that cap basically includes season tickets on most commuter journeys, some of the off-peak return tickets on long-distance routes, and flexible tickets and things of that nature. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man, because obviously these train companies set all the unregulated fares, such as the singles and all that type of stuff, but a lot of their decisions are heavily influenced by the government. So again, there's always going to be a way in which they pass on some of these costs to the passengers. Next thing I wanted to mention, this is just I don't want to be speaking from a privileged position, but you know that car, Nissan Leaf?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that particular car, the electric car, yeah, they've accused Nissan of basically like dumping them and forgetting about them pretty much. Long story short, what's happened is they have an app in it where they can actually control certain things in the car. So stuff like heating and stuff like that. But it uses the UK's 2G network. And because the 2G network... 2G network, yeah. So because the 2G network is being switched off, Nissan don't want to continue with the service.
What year did people have 2G? I don't remember that. I thought it was like 3G.
Yeah.
What 3G was the least G you could have?
I guess everything prior to that.
That's mad. Yeah.
But yeah, man, they're angry, man. All the customers are angry, man. So yeah. Experts are basically saying they expect the issue to affect more electric cars as the market grows. To be fair though, I'm not too sure if maybe across the board it was a whole 2G thing for little things like cars and things of that nature. But yeah, this is what's happening, and they're getting a lot of flack for it. And the last thing I wanted to mention is this is economics as well, but it's definitely a socio-economic thing. And apparently, more than 4 in 5 outdoor billboard advertisements here in the poorest are in the poorest parts of England and Wales, and most of them, is basically like fast food, alcohol, and all that other stuff. This is what they've been pushing.
Sounds about right.
There you go, man. So yeah, man. Obviously, people are basically saying there's obviously like this discrepancy between the type of billboards that you see in certain areas and the amount of them as well is for a reason. But ultimately, regardless if you want to go down the conspiracy theory route, they are basically saying that all of this risks deepening, the health inequalities between those different socioeconomic groups. But yeah, it's just something to think about. But that's pretty much it for the People's Journey today, man.
Thank you. Let's get into what we're doing.
Motivation Mondays.
All right, let's get into that.
Afterwards, the This What Would You Do update.
Okay, thank you. Can you hear something?
Education is not the learning of the facts, but the training of the mind to think. Albert Einstein. For those of you who have children or are around children, doesn't it tick you off when they question every single little thing? Why is the sky that colour? What happens after you die? I'm sure I could go into all the endless list of questions, but essentially, the kids have the right mentality. We've literally been caught up in this get-it-quick system, and so we've lost the essence of thinking. Last year, Miles was screaming at us ladies about our lack of critical thinking. But to be frank, we could all do with a lot more critical thinking. Whilst we behave like sponges and find our attention spans dwindling down to just watching or seeing a 1-minute clip, maybe we should purposely enhance in a full dialogue of going further than just that surface level. As the great uncle Eddie Abu says, wake the F up and start to really think.
Thank you, girl. All right, let's get into this. What would you do, please?
You got a kicker lined up. You ain't got a kicker lined up, have you?
It's an impromptu
All right,
one.
cool,
Yeah,
fine. So I'm the girl who emailed asking for advice about a guy who I wasn't sure about where I stood with him. I ended things this weekend after 9 months. I knew he was dragging his feet, but I chose to be patient and trust his word because he said he just needed more time, yet still enjoying my company, making plans, Valentine's, everything. So of course I'm thinking he's in this too, but just needs more time. Not the case. Just misleading, the typical thing men do when they don't want to be the one to end things under the guise of, I don't want to hurt you. FYI men, you're hurting her. So while I was investing time, he was just passing time with me. Ladies, honestly, the moment you start to question things, press the issue, and if you're still hearing the same ambiguous answers, walk away. I'm still experiencing mixed emotions. I cried on the way to the gym this morning, but It is what it is. I would rather walk away than stay where I'm not valued, just in case this helps another lady or guy in the community.
Amen to that. I love that, man.
Well done.
Big up you,
Big
man.
up you, girl.
It ain't gonna hurt forever.
It doesn't. It actually honestly doesn't. We all cry to the
alright.
gym sometimes. Many reasons.
9 months is a long time, though.
Huh?
9 months is a long time.
It
She's
is,
gotta
man.
go get her back blown out by someone else and she'll be fine. You get me?
I don't endorse that message. It only makes things worse. You got to heal. You don't. You're not back at me. You got to heal. Otherwise, all you're doing is distracting yourself. And when it's you and your silent thoughts, now you got two healings to deal
You
with.
need to replace him, not heal.
Not
You're
quickly.
gonna be crying in your yard. You're supposed to hate. You can't be crying in your yard playing with your pom pom. Think about the man you're supposed to hate.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just saying.
No, but you need to let out your emotions there. and then you have the space and capacity to be with somebody else. Otherwise, you're just using it as a distraction, and you're gonna have to come back and meet those emotions if you don't deal with them. Emotions just stay there. You can push them back, but until you deal with them, they're just gonna stay there.
Fair enough. You do know.
You sound like my therapist, boy. Jesus.
Listen, I want to go into therapy. I'm gonna be a therapist one day. But yeah, I love that. I love that for you, there, babes. I'm glad you made the decision. It's very difficult to walk away from people that you like and stuff that you like and blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. But love that for you, man. Keep going, and it will get better.
Yeah, should be fine.
Yeah, you will be. All right, let's get into our last headlines.
All right, so our next headline. Donald Trump supporters have been creating and sharing AI-generated fake images of black voters to encourage African Americans to vote Republican. Sorry, guys. But
He's the Republican candidate, innit?
he probably will be. Yeah.
No, they ain't give it to him. Ain't it like official?
Oh, is it?
I'm sure it is.
I think what's her name? Nikki Haley's still in it. You know, she won something the other day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
They
she's
haven't
still.
decided yet.
They haven't decided yet. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she won something. But yeah, man, BBC Panorama discovered dozens of deep fakes portraying black people as supporting the former president. Mr. Trump has openly courted black voters who were key to Joe Biden's election win in 2020, but there's no evidence directly linking these images to Mr. Trump's campaign. The co-founder of Black Voters Matter, a group which encourages black people to vote, said that the manipulated images were pushing a strategic narrative designed to show Mr. Trump as popular in the black community. But that's not the link. A creator of one of the images told the BBC, "I'm not claiming it's accurate. The fake images of black Trump supporters generated by AI are one of the emerging disinformation trends ahead of the US presidential election in November."
Did you have them, man?
No.
I'll put it in there. Unlike in 2016, when there was evidence of foreign influence campaigns, the AI-generated images found by the BBC appear to have been made and shared by US voters themselves. So this isn't a case of Trump and his team doing this particular thing. Do you feel like that's a bad thing to do, though? Or
What,
is it
AI?
just funny?
I mean, it makes sense, innit? It's politics, man. You know that game's dirty, so I hear him.
Yeah.
It's definitely... It's funny, it's mad still, but I mean... Yeah.
All right.
If you watch Scandal, then you know there's no rules. There's no rules when you're campaigning.
You're so dumb.
It's true, though.
It is true. It's facts.
There's no rules when you're
It is
campaigning.
absolute facts.
Olivia Pope would have done that in a heartbeat.
Listen, that's something light. That's so light.
You shouldn't even kill
Should have done that
nobody.
when he was running for flipping mayor. How much more president?
Yeah, but Brendan will put it up in a minute. Next headline. Oh, there you go. Very wholesome. Yep, all fake.
Do you know how funny this is? This is actually so funny.
So,
Fair.
But are you saying that these women been like superimposed into the image, or are they AI?
AI.
These people don't exist.
Yes.
Don't exist.
AI is mad, you know.
Go back to the black women. That's some of the coldest
But they
AI I've
look
seen.
like-
It's got
yeah.
better because before I could always tell.
They look like I've probably seen them somewhere. They look familiar.
It's getting
But they're
better.
not.
It's getting better. It's only been a few months.
All fake.
Big up them.
Scary, don't it?
All fake. Exactly. The headline takes us to Haiti.
That is crazy. That is, I don't understand why they done that. Because what would they do? Go check them in the yard or
The president
something?
in the-
Why
on the
would-
block.
What
Can
are
you
they
imagine?
doing there? Like, why would they do that?
And he's in a suit. You gotta at least put him in a little cap or something.
And unfortunately, so many of our people won't know this headline. You know what I'm saying?
Because why
Unfortunately.
would you? Because it looks real.
Yeah, and then you're going to see all of this. Look at that.
Yeah, man.
Boy. But yeah, man, a local journalist in Haiti basically was speaking to BBC News and basically said the armed gangs have stormed the main prison in Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, releasing many inmates. The vast majority of about 4,000 men held there have now escaped. Among those detained were gang members charged in connection with the 2021 killing of the president, Jovenel Moise. Violence in Haiti, which is the poorest country in the Americas, has worsened in recent years. Gangs aiming to oust the current Prime Minister, Ariel Henry, control 80% of Port-au-Prince. The French embassy in Haiti has advised against travel in and around the capital. Violence has been rife since the president's assassination, and he has not been replaced, and elections have not been held since 2016. And our last headline, trigger warning on this one. This takes us to France, where a 7-year-old girl has unfortunately drowned after a migrant boat capsized in northern France.
So sad.
Yeah, the child was among 16 on board the boat when it capsized shortly after it launched in the Canal de Ala in Waton. I've mixed up different cultures in that one. Around 20 miles away from Calais. She was with her 3 siblings, pregnant mother and father, is according to what local officials said, with survivor members of the family taken to a hospital nearby Dunkirk on Sunday. The canal leads to the North Sea and is a route regularly used by migrants attempting to cross the channel to the UK. A UK government spokesperson stated, "We will continue to work to stop the boats, working closely with France to prevent these dangerous crossings. We remain committed to breaking the cycle, ending exploitation by gangs, and preventing further loss of life." Sad news. But that's it for the headlines. Time to pay the bills.
All right, let's get into the reaction.
Welcome to the reaction, people, where I read out your sports headlines. Interesting weekend of football. Actually, yeah, let me read out the results for you from Saturday. Brentford and Chelsea drew 2-2. West Ham beat Everton 3-1. Fulham battered Brighton 3-0. I don't think Brighton's beat Fulham since they come into the Premier, no? That's a mad start. Newcastle beat Wolverhampton 3-0. Liverpool beat Nottingham Forest 1-0. Was that last minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, so last.
It was after the last minute.
Tottenham beat Crystal Palace 3-1, and Luton beat Villa 3-2. That was the last minute as well. Everyone in them top 4 positions kept going, knowing that we had the derby on the Sunday. So on the Sunday, Bournemouth beat Burnley 2-0, and Man City beat Manchester United 3-1. And the only story I got is about that, so let's see what they say about it. Phil Foden scored twice in the second half as Man City came from behind to beat Manchester United 3-1 at the Etihad Stadium. Marcus Rashford's thumping long shot had given Eric Ten Hag's team an unlikely lead in the Manchester derby, and Erling Haaland's shocking miss from much closer range allowed United to retain the lead until the interval, but they could not hold on. Foden found a fantastic strike of his own before putting City ahead with a low finish. Haaland finally found his goal in stoppage time to fair reflect his side's dominance and end United's run of 143 Premier League games without losing when leading at the break. Ten Hag could point to a plan that worked for almost an hour and marginal decisions that went against his side, but City were worthy winners. The victory extends their unbeaten run to 19 games and moves Pep's Guardiola's side back within 1 point of league leaders Liverpool, who they play next Sunday. It's going off, man. This little 3-horse race is getting interesting. Everybody's actually got a chance and everybody's different. It's looking decent. I missed the United game yesterday, sadly. I watched like the last half hour, so I never saw us winning. I saw Rashford's goal, so it was a blinder. But I know that we was just under pressure the whole time and stuff anyway, so. And it was only ever going to go that way. You get me? I wasn't even have my hopes up when I heard it was 1-0 or whatever, so. I mean, it's City and it's United. That kind of went how you'd expect it to go, innit? More in keeping it the same, I mean.
Yeah, I'm sick of your...
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I did.
So was it me? It was
It wasn't me too.
What?
But I also didn't see City as I thought City would be.
What do you mean?
They've not been their swashbuckling best this season. They've been looking like they are beatable.
Well, that's what, because I weren't listening to it, but I saw the stats that they had a lot of shots and stuff like that. After the thing he scored, they had a lot of shots and a lot of pressure. But then when I got to the bar, man was saying like it's not really looking like that. Like it's kind of like it's all right, if that makes sense. Like it's not as bad as it might sound, kind of thing. But did you feel you knew it was coming, though, innit?
Yes. Yeah. When that half went, and then it started back, I'm like, okay, all right. And then Foden started cooking. He's like, okay, Alan, you're not doing what you're doing. I'll do it. Yeah. I'll provide the bear, and he provided the bear. Yeah, wavy youth.
Foden.
Yeah, I really like him, man.
Extremely cold. Like extremely cold. Like, yeah, dope.
I really like him.
So yeah, there was that. Arsenal play Sheffield Wednesday tonight. Oh no, Sheffield Wednesday. Sorry, Sheffield United.
Yeah.
Tonight, 8 p.m. That's away, but I don't see the Blades giving you
I expect to win.
any trouble whatsoever. Good going.
Next week is going to be interesting. Though. Next week is going to start heating up. Liverpool and
City.
Yeah.
Then Liverpool. Then City Arsenal, innit?
yeah.
We're getting there. The
Exciting,
next 2 weeks, this is the business end of the season. It's mad. Proper 3-horse race though. We ain't had one of these in ages. It's always been. It's always been 2-horse, isn't it? This is a proper
really
3-horse race. And then that other battle for the other ones, for like the 4, 5, and 6, is decent as well because I don't think United do it, but Villa and Spurs, they're consistent with it. They're cooking.
100%.
The league's been decent this year, you know. Like the whole way it's gone, and the most disappointing thing for me is that like we ain't been involved in like our narrative is just negative conversation. We ain't been involved in nothing positive that's going on in the league. But from a footballing point of view, and from a fan, like the league's actually cooking. Like it's actually interesting. You know what I mean? A sad story, man.
For me.
All right then, let's get out of here.
There's one other thing that I put in there.
Where?
Just
Since when?
disappeared.
When you do that? Let's see.
Oh, there's two, but you know, one of the same as two. The boxing, basically, there was a sick fight on the weekend.
Raymond Ford?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with his style. Who is he?
He's a young up and coming boxer. Sick fight.
So where is the featherweight? You got a featherweight title now?
Yeah, he won. It was one of those like classic fights, man. Back and forth throughout the whole thing. He was losing on 2 of the judges' scorecards, then literally stopped the guy within the last 10 seconds of the fight.
Oh, he was losing and he stopped the fight in the 12th round?
Mm-hmm. Yep, and then he won the belt, man. It was sick.
Oh, you watched it, yeah? You're a snake.
I didn't know it was going to be that big, that good, because I didn't watch it live.
Oh, okay.
I heard about it, then I watched it.
Okay.
But yeah, it was serious.
I might
But
watch
yeah,
it
man.
back. And then, I saw that. That was like 88 something. Boston Celtics, they thrashed Golden State Warriors for their 11th straight win. Okay. The Boston Celtics thrashed the Golden State Warriors 140-88 as they extended their winning streak to 11 games. Jason Tatum, on his 26th birthday, scored 27 points for the Celtics, who are top of the Eastern Conference, and teammate Jaylen Brown added 29. The victory meant the Celtics became the first franchise in NBA history to win 3 games by 50 or more points in the same season. It's up there. Great birthday, said Tatum. Got to do what I love in front of the best fans in the world and get a win. The hosting Celtics, who now have a 48-12 record, led 82-38 at halftime, and both sides rested some of their star players for the second half. You flush it down the toilet, said Warriors coach Steve Kerr, whose side are 9th in the Western Conference. Boston were amazing. We weren't beating them today. They were fantastic. This was a really impressive performance by them at both ends. Elsewhere, Victor Wembanyama registered 31 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 blocks, and a steal to help the San Antonio Spurs beat the visiting Indiana Pacers 117-105. God damn, that's some box score. Yeah, and that is the end of our sports news, people.
Question: Wilshere at his best or Foden right now?
Foden's. I'm gonna go Foden. I think I'm gonna go Foden. Wilshere's cold as well. Didn't. But he is what he is. You get what I'm trying to say? Like Wilshere is actually cold, but what Foden's doing is different. And even Wilshere's always Foden might like very technically. Like, Foden might actually be our best player, like England's best player.
Bellingham?
No, Bellingham's doing it, but like it might actually be Foden. Like it's Bellingham right now because I get what you're saying, what he's doing in world football. But I'm saying like when you actually put it and think about it, like it could actually be Foden. Like he's super cold.
You're talking about talent wise? Because it's not output wise.
No, it's not Apple because obviously right now it's better in a minute. You know what I'm trying to say? But
I'm talking about for England. Wouldn't it be Kane? For England.
oh, that's if you're talking about Apple. No, I think, but I'm saying just whether it be technical ability then. Technical ability then. Let's just go technical ability then. He might be the best. It could really be him. It's definitely a conversation. It's a serious conversation. It could actually be him. He's cold. He's very good, man. Like he's very good. So
Cool, but it's a close call with the Wilshere question, right?
because Wilshere's levels. He never
I
done
said
it.
at his best because he was
Yeah,
hella
yeah,
injuries.
yeah. Yeah, it's close. But I think I'll give it to you'd give it to Foden as well, don't it? If you think about it.
They remind me of each other. Somebody said in the group, I said, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But I need to see a bit more of Foden to now say, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll go with Foden.
See, even though it's tougher, I think Foden's shown more in the league, as far as like Premier League, he's shown more than Wilshere showed already. Premier League, their careers.
No, sorry. I can't agree with that. Sorry.
Wilshere didn't keep like you're saying, it's up and down, his peaks and troughs. He didn't cook this league up, like he didn't really.
Sorry, how long has Foden been playing football for Man City consistently?
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. He's done it. He's
I
done it
hear
already.
the point you're making, but I can't agree with it yet. Can't.
Okay. I mean, obviously the teams count, but he's won more already.
Yeah, 100%. That I will agree with. If that's what you're talking about, because Foden just had to turn up. And he didn't get big games with Man City when he was winning such and such. He just had to turn up.
Yeah.
I hope he stays injury free though.
Who Foden? Yeah. I hope they will.
Because England, Bellingham, Foden, Saka, because they don't play in the same position.
It's just like for the last World Cup, the only team that England have to worry about is France. If they don't buck France, if they don't buck France, they're due to win. They're due to win a competition at some point. If they don't buck France, the only team they got to worry about is France. Real life.
It will be a real indictment on Esther's babes if they don't win whilst he's still at the helm, because he's had everything. Everything.
That's all. Don't reply to him as if Esther's babes is a thing.
What, Gareth Southgate?
Don't be silly.
I mean, we all knew who he was talking about.
That was last year.
Like, check the chat. Check the chat.
That's the old me. That was 2023. 2024, honey. We're different now.
That's it. We're off that.
Exactly.
All right, then. Let's get into that night air. I'm going to check one of these things, actually. I'm going to use... There's a video. Brent. Nah, that is crazy. Click number 2 then. These are, I know this story that you have given me to read out. Should I tell you what this man's doing? A kilt-wearing man. Okay. Yeah,
Scottish?
Nope. He's in Spring, Texas. And he was arrested for a crime that can truly be described as asinine.
Gosh.
He was taking items from the antique stores and putting them in his bum.
As in to sneak out?
See, this is what I initially thought. But he wasn't sneaking out with them. He was pushing them up his bum and then pushing them back on the shelves.
For the thrill?
For the thrill of it. For the thrill of it. He's a man. We played the video, Brent.
Have we seen him pushing up his bum?
I didn't know there's a video. I mean, I've clicked, so I'm thinking there's a video. So this is what he's sending to me. This is what he's doing.
This is what we're doing on a Monday morning.
He's what he's doing on a Monday morning. He's a 60-year-old man. He contaminated a few items.
What's up his bum?
Makeup brush.
Can I
a bottle opener.
Makeup brush.
Tobacco tent can.
Yeah.
Makeup brush that goes on people's faces.
Oh, it's not a video?
No video.
So what's this then?
It's a link to the story.
There's a link there.
Look, there's
That's
a
crazy.
picture.
Oh, it's a picture. I thought it was a video.
And that's him putting up his bum.
He looks Scottish though.
But he's in Texas.
What does that mean?
Culture.
He's from Texas. It says Texas man.
He does also look like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's so disgusting.
And Big Show.
Why do people do stuff like that?
I don't know. Like, honestly, This is why I want to study psychology, because I need to some things I just want to understand what is going on in your brain.
Like,
What's
if
the
you're a
makeup
kid,
of your brain?
When you was a
kink,
kid,
man.
If you was a kid, did you like lick apples and put them back and stuff like that?
Never ever.
I've never done it either.
Tell your face. tell your face. Your face didn't believe that when you said that. That's ridiculous. No wonder you were shocked at me eating loose apples.
I didn't do that.
Ew.
You know, I used to get in trouble. You know what we used to get in trouble for? What my little brother used to do, yeah, because we want to eat ice cream, yeah. And then we'll eat ice cream, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we lick the plate clean, yeah. Put it in the cupboard.
No, kids love to do that one.
Yeah.
My mum
Kids are
used to beat us
so
for them fuckeries
lazy,
there.
man. Kids are so damn lazy. Oh, kids love that one. They lie about brushing their teeth. Let's just go in there. That's
Yeah,
fine.
so why are you gonna just walk around and just push things up your bum and then just push it back and it's just like... It's just,
what's going on in his brain? Like, what's so exciting about that?
is that the same as people who just walk around and like scratch people's cars, like key people's cars? Do you know how people do that?
Some
Like,
of my
just walk
wiper up
past it and just...
yesterday.
Huh?
Some of my wiper up yesterday, just because
Some
it was
people
outside
are
my church.
Childish though.
And I was like, why would you do that?
Maybe it's one of your friends playing a trick on you. My sister used to do that. Like,
They've never done
she'd
that,
go to
though.
work before, and then when I'd come, like,
But no one's ever done that. I almost was scared to get in the car. I would have planted a bomb or something. Which is much scandal.
What's vandalism? Yeah, you're saying it's a kink, it's a fetish.
Yeah.
Well, what's the
put it up
fetish
his
though?
bum.
Well, just playing with his bum. Feeling how
So can I
different
ask a
things.
question?
Putting
Did
stuff on his butt,
So what he puts
in
the
his
stuff
bum,
up there,
and then he puts
takes
it back,
out.
and then he
Takes it out, yeah, he puts it
remembers.
back. Huh?
He thinks about the people taking it, and then
Or using it.
yeah.
It's
it
a
gets-
thrill.
It gets off. Yeah,
Do you
gets
know
off on
what? Anyway,
Do you think he
leave it
hides and sees if someone takes the makeup brush?
Maybe.
Like, ah.
Well, the items had to be thrown away, obviously, because fecal
So who caught him?
fecal
And what's in
contamination.
his bum that's infecting things like that?
Well, he doesn't clean it.
It's yeast.
Waste.
Oh. Ew.
That is disgusting, isn't
That's
it?
so disgusting. That's so disgusting.
Like, what made you go with that
It's
verse?
making me itch.
What?
Like, what made you go with that verse? Like you woke up one morning and said, "Today, I'm gonna take someone's toothbrush and shove
And just
it in
put it on my bum.
my ass."
He's like he's got a flat bum, so it's never much travel. You didn't go that deep.
You're actually
That's
childish.
so disgusting. What's the laugh is giving my head? I can't.
That's not for true, boy. That is wild. That is crazy.
That's
The
disgusting,
things people do in this world is nuts. But yeah, he's.
At least it wasn't his nuts.
I mean,
Speaking of nuts, it could be worse. Actually, I don't know.
What's
No, I
he
think the
do?
bum is worse. The
Yeah,
bum
what's
is
The bum
worse.
is always gonna be worse.
Yeah, bum is worse. Yeah, that's true.
oh god. Well,
I wonder if that's someone's man.
Texas man.
That's what I always think about sometimes. Like, is that someone's partner? Is that someone's dad?
Someone's dad, definitely, isn't it?
Oh, gosh, how embarrassing. Yeah, that ain't it, man. Ooh,
Well, yeah, man. He's definitely done it here, man. Let's get into our outro.
Thank you. Thanks for starting your week with us. We appreciate it. Big up our researchers. Big up everybody that's part of the team and all that great stuff. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join our Discord as well, the day after TNB. Oh, I know we're meant to have a guest today, but our guest had to pull out, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances. I hate that excuse so much, you know. Everything is
But you
unforeseen in
can't
this life.
foresee them, so
Yeah, but everything is, so shut up. Not a guest, I'm just saying that. But anyway, so it's gonna come later on in the week. I've got a guest tomorrow, isn't it? Oh, that's all good. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that great stuff. Follow us on our socials. We are on Instagram, Twitter, and on TikTok. And our page is called The Day After TNB. And if you've got any dilemmas to send, the number is 075 64841073. You're also welcome to email them if that is your preferred mode of communication. And if you want to inquire about the show, feature of the show is the same email address, and that is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. Everyone have a great Monday, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
peace.